Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We live. We live. Episode 49. Jeez, episode 49. Featuring Jomo Dopwell, man. So this is gonna be an amazing episode, Pang. What going on? How everything is?
I dare, man. I dare. 49. We're moving up in the ranks.
Yeah, man. We moving up. We doing big things. Yeah, man. How the man week been?
Hey, man, my week been a little rough. You know what I'm saying? Work wise, but for the most part, it been good. I good. Glad it's the weekend. Got a lot to do tomorrow. My daughter birthday is tomorrow, so
Okay, okay, nice, man.
just doing a bunch of last minute stuff.
Well, happy early birthday to your daughter if she watch it, man. You
Yeah,
know.
my girl birthday is tomorrow too, and
Okay, big up to your girl too, man.
she's birthday is tomorrow too.
Jeez, man. What going on, yeah, man? You big up, Arika. Big up. Much love, man. That's crazy, man. Man, they get you spend a lot of money.
Nah, I don't spend money on birthdays.
Okay, you smart, good. That's what I'm the same way, so you good.
But remember Christmas coming up, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
that's true.
I'm more focused on Christmas. But
Okay, I see.
I got a little thing planned for my daughter tomorrow. Taking sheets for a little spa day. There's this lady. She do spas for kids. So I'm gonna take my daughter and three other little girls to go and get the nails and manicure and pedicure and get like not makeup, but get a little stuff done painted on the face and
Okay, okay.
cupcake, balloon, and a little games to play. So
Nice, nice. Big up shotgun. Big up, big up. Carry on, big up. Big up everybody tuning in. Much love to everybody. Yeah, man. That's nice, man. That's good. Time flying, man. Kids, man,
yes,
getting old. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, man. So Beanie, I go get into these shout outs out, get it out the way, man. While my voice still fresh.
right. Do your thing.
You check. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
While
man.
while you're doing your shout out, I gonna change my shirt because I am hot as hell.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
You
gonna
good.
change and come out real quick.
Yeah, yeah, you got time, man. You got time. All the viewers, much love to everybody tuning in. Much love to everybody tuning in. I can't even keep up with all the comments. I ain't wasting time. You know what I'm saying? So, much love to everybody tuning in, supporting Jomo, man. So much love to everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and get these shout outs out the way. These is just people from the VI doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying? Business minded, having their own businesses and stuff like that. So it's just us showing love, man. We being from St. Croix, the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands and stuff like that. In order for us to take a lot of steps forward, we got to support one another and stuff like that. That's the only way we could survive, to be honest with you. I was having a conversation with somebody and we was talking about that, man. Is we gotta support each other and show love to each other and us for to survive. We not a big enough, if you want to call us a country or a big enough island or whatever you want to label it as, we just don't have that. So, you know. Yeah, man. So much love, everybody, man. Big up Calvin. Big up Calvin Shepard. Shotgun. Big up, big bro. Big up. So I'm getting to these shout outs and stuff like that. So if you guys have the opportunity, I always try to support them. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Legends 340. This is one of the Legends 340 shot them in red and stuff. So big up to the family over there. Much love to them. So legends340.com. You guys can always log on and check out their website. They got a lot of new garments. I got to check it out again, to purchase some more. We got Savory Eats LLC based in Orlando by Sheena Fontaine. She have a Thanksgiving menu coming up. If you guys don't want to cook for Thanksgiving, you guys can hit her up and stuff like that. Anybody in Orlando, in the outskirts of Orlando. We also got the Good Life Apparel. The Good Life Apparel. Big up to Nato. Much love to him. We also got Andrea. Follow Melted Pot Cooking Class, and that's our Instagram, Melted Pot Cooking Class. Also, meltedpotcookingclass.com. Also, big up to our Mitchell McIntosh and her husband, with the Siboney Caribbean restaurant down in West. So you guys, anytime you guys down in West, I always check out that Caribbean restaurant. Some nice, good food, Also, big up to Apollo Legion. Much love to Apollo Legion. That's our Tegan, one of Tegan favorite. By the way, Tegan, I think Tegan is with the national team, so Tegan won't be on for couple episodes. He has to travel. I guess he's gonna be traveling with the national team coming up Wednesday for the Thanksgiving. According to Tegan, that's what he told me. So I just wanted to put it out so in case anybody wondering where Tegan at and stuff like that. So he won't be on for the next couple, maybe 2 or 3 episodes. or so. So also follow on Instagram at Island Destiny 340 Serenity Braids by Nikki. Also, big up to Rico Canario. His website is www.lulu.com/spotlight/R Canario. When you guys got a chance, check out his website, support. He have some books as well, too. Also, we got Right Way Service Station located in Princess next to Avis. It's locally owned. So you guys want to support that gas station. Remember, it's locally owned, so make sure you guys, if you guys get a chance, support the locally owned gas station. Also, big up to Paris Enterprise, big up to Dave Paris, dealing with his different type of cars and stuff like that. So you guys go hit up Dave Paris, check it out if you guys looking for an automobile, so big up to Paris Enterprise. Also follow on Facebook at Livewire Sports. They always live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Livewire Sports. Also, Midnight Entertainment. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok at The Real Midnight. Also follow on Facebook at Real Midnight ENT. Also, big up to Chico Harris, Next Level Up Printing. Next Level Up Printing. Anytime you guys want to print something, he has all kind of different styles, so and different graphics and stuff. So you guys can always check him out. He located down west as well too. About maybe a half a mile away from the Siboney Caribbean restaurant as well too. So you guys check out Chico with his next level up printing. Also, OliviaDesir.com. The holidays coming up, like Pang just said, Christmas coming up. So if you guys get a chance, you guys could check out the website, and check out all the different items they have, man. They have some real nice stuff. So make sure you guys check out OliviaDesir.com. Also, big up to Bubbles Promotion. Also follow on Facebook at Brino's Kitchen as well too. Brino's Kitchen, they always have food sale on St. Croix, also in Orlando and just on the outskirts of Orlando as well too. So you guys gonna support anytime they have food sale. Also follow on Facebook at City of Refuge Worship Center. They live stream every Sunday at 10 a.m. So big up to Mona Bonds, Pastor Mona Bonds. Also big up to Carlos Hawkins with AIM Credit Repair LLC as well. You guys check out his Facebook page, Carlos Hawkins. If you guys need help with your credit or repairing it, you guys can hit him up. Also, big up to Dwayne Krauser, Calypso Clothing LLC. I always say this all the time. I'm gonna continue to say it until I'm not breathing anymore. Dwayne always supporting everybody. He's always looking out for the podcast. He's always giving us name. He's always supporting. He supports Livewire. He supports the other podcast. I forgot his name. Pang Hemio, what's partner name again?
Christopher Henry.
Christopher, yeah. Apologize, Chris. Christopher Henry, he always supports everybody podcast. So you guys, go on and support Dwayne. I always go on his page, man, and check out his shirts. I got to hit him up to get some shirts as well, too. So Calypso Clothing LLC. Also, we have a new one. We have Hungry Hearts Hustle, and that's our Walt Eugene. So big up to Walt Eugene. He's always supporting as well, too. He's always watching. So big up to Walt Eugene with Hungry Hearts Hustle. We have a lot of people doing a lot of different stuff. So make sure you guys get a chance. Make sure you guys support, and last but not least, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, v.i.legends. This is where we have all the episodes and we are live streaming out to YouTube as well, too. So make sure you guys follow, subscribe, promote it and stuff like that. The more you guys promote it, the more we bring more eyes to the Virgin Islands, and even our shout outs and stuff like that will get more eyes on them too. So we could scratch each other's back. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what could happen. We could create opportunity for somebody. It might not be for us, but it could be for somebody who doing like Carlos Hawkins doing the AIM Credit Repair, or doing his Calypso Clothing, etc. You just never know who's watching. So make sure you guys subscribe and share and promote as well. So big up to everybody tuning in. Much love to everybody. Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. You seem like you added on like about 6 or 7 more, man, that you don't normally do.
Yeah. JT Burton, big up. That was my assistant coach at Marshall Community College my 1 year when I was red-shotted when I played ball. Much love to JT Burton. Big up. Good night, Gabriel. Good night, Miss Hodge. Good night.
Good night, sis.
Yeah. Kev, big up, Kami. Big up. Much love to everybody. Much love. Yeah, man.
Shave.
You saw what, Pan?
I said, man, I need to shave.
Oh my God. You see, man. You see, our viewers get pan. Our viewers get pan moving like a model. No, he talk about shaving and looking at his beard and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
check.
looking real.
uh,
Hey,
yeah,
you
man.
hear me good?
Yeah, I could hear you good. I mean, it's a little low, but I could hear you good. Not
Yeah,
sure if the viewers, how the viewers. I mean, if they can't really hear you, they're gonna definitely say. That's one thing.
I
That's
know.
one thing I like about the viewers with our podcast. Once something ain't going right, they'll let us know right away.
I
Put
normally
us in check.
I normally use headphones, but this is the result of my data.
Shh, that gangster man.
Yeah, she was just daydreaming and she just been playing with it, just like not even paying attention and just pop it off.
Your daughter crazy. Your daughter gangster.
And
Charmaine Timmons, big up, big up.
she break my son on at 3 we got the same. She break my son on straight down a hill when they were visiting in St. Croix. He was messing with her. And how they people let my they mother people let live up in Low Valley. So
Oh, okay.
she throw the heck down the hill and mash it up.
Shh, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Good night, Karen. Good night, Karen Carty. Good night, good night. Much love, much love. Tina, Teeny Marie, good, big up. I just kind of shouting all the people that's tuning in. Names that I haven't seen before, Pang, and just shouting them out because I'm
Right?
guessing they're here to support Jomo. So we
Right.
definitely want to acknowledge them, appreciate them, joining the podcast. So I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Hey, but don't only join and watch the podcast for tonight. Even if you don't watch other episodes, still subscribe to the YouTube page. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to the YouTube page. vi.i.legend. Subscribe to the YouTube page.
Yeah, man. All right, Pang. So let's get into it, man. We get Jomo waiting too long, but we're gonna talk about our previous guest. We had Coach Derek Miller, who we definitely need to have him back on
Yes.
because the feedback that I got and I know you got, people wasn't happy that I guess we was cutting him off early and stuff like that.
But just
you
in
know,
our defense, Coach Miller was ready to go too. So
yes,
in our defense, it won't just us. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, we definitely gotta get Coach back on, and I still wanted to hear more, and I with Ayo, the fans, the listeners, I wanted to hear more too.
me too.
Um, but we do have to do something about the time. I bear with us. We do have to do something about the time because sometimes these interviews could go long. And it don't be planned. We never do plan it. We do just go
Yeah,
with the flow. But I think if we can get a little more structure to it and get a lot of the important stuff in, I think we'll get the same type of I guess greatness to the show, or a learning experience. We'll get the
yeah,
same type of learning experience. So we're
yeah.
gonna do our
Facts,
best, to give all you want, and at the same time keep it a little structured.
facts. Big up, Jermaine. Big up, facts, Pang, facts. Vanet, big up, Vanet, big up. Much love. Yeah, man. So Mr. Miller, we had him on Wednesday. Pang, amazing episode, man. I knew it was funny because I didn't realize how important he was and to the growth community as far as coaching at such a young age,
Right.
and with coaching with Harley at a young age, and being involved hands-on in baseball and basketball, and him coaching while Dennis Brown was playing, and he would write up the lineup and batting him second to get him more at bats. So you could have tell he was really, he already had the coaching mentality and thinking outside the box and thinking ahead and stuff. So it was just amazing hearing his episode and the impact he have had, and a lot of the young ladies them are complex, and even the young men as far as the baseball team too as well. So it was an amazing episode. I can't wait to hear from him again, and it is going to be fun hearing from him.
Definitely, and for me the same. I know Coach Miller was from Grove. Um, I didn't know he had that type of impact too, and I didn't know all the names that he played with and different things like that. But it was definitely a learning experience, and it was good hearing from someone so close to home. I think he's the second Grovian that we had on the show, right? Todd,
Todd,
Byron, Terry. We had Terry. We had
Byron, Dennis.
Dennis Bro. and we had Coach Miller. So that's
Miller.
it.
Then wasn't thing from Grove too. What's his name?
Oh yes, Bonehead.
Bonehead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bonehead. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
four
That's
Grove.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Renice. Good night, Renice. Renice, good night.
Good night, Renis.
Good
So yeah,
night.
man. And then you know the bone I had to pick with Coach. That's like the first time I ever had like a conversation with anybody outside of Tegan. I never had a conversation with anybody outside of Tegan in regards to that. And maybe Snake Lenry, because
Okay, okay.
Lenry was more around me at the time it went on, but Tegan Lawn a little later on, and then the next time, oh, Coffee Talk. Um, the next time I talk about it was with Coach Miller. So that was good hearing his side. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it
but
was.
it
It
was good,
was.
man. His episode was good. I learned a lot, and interesting story regarding coaching the girls and the things them that he used to put in line to keep everybody safe and just play by the book. You know what I'm saying? And we all need to realize the importance of playing by the rules, because you get more out of it in the long haul. You know what I'm saying? You become trusting, you can become dependable. When somebody put you in a position, you have to be loyal and dependable. You know what I'm saying? So it will bring more to the program in the future. So we just need more coaches to and department heads to take his leadership and examples, and
Yeah,
we'll get a lot of better program out there, man, down in the VA.
yeah. Fox, Pang. Well said, man. Well said. Sunil, big up, Sunil. Much love to you. Big up. Tyron Alec, big up, big up. Much love. Much love to everybody. Everybody tuning in. Much love. Supporting Jomo and his episode, and we honor him. So let's get right to it. And big up to all the coaches. Big up to all the coaches because they sacrifice a lot. So definitely big up to all the coaches. So we got the man of the hour here, Pan. We got Jomo, VI legend. You know,
So you want say your thing first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first because you introduce him. So when I first started playing basketball, I used to hear about Jomo, I used to hear about Pang, and I used to hear about Terry Simon. These are the people I used to hear about when I was just start playing basketball. So I used to see Jomo, here and there just because playing in all the different leagues and stuff like that. And you could tell people you could have tell the players that was just good. And he was one of them. You know,
Mhm.
I didn't really get a chance to. I don't think I ever played against him. I don't think so. But I saw him play a couple times. So, and as I grew older, I heard about him more. He left early. Before I could really, really get my feet wet. So, a lot of stuff gonna be new to me. We cross a lot of the same paths and stuff like that. We rub a lot of the same shoulders with a lot of different individuals. So, I just can't wait, man. I'm excited. This is the reason why this represents the podcast as well too. With Jomo, us honoring some legendary um player, a legendary player. That a lot of people might not know about or probably heard his name, but never saw him or never heard from him. So I just can't wait. I'm excited. You know, we was chatting before the show. I was excited to see his face. It's good just to see people that you haven't seen in so many years, and it's been over 20 years. So it's crazy. So Pang, is that you?
So I gonna start off by saying this. In our age bracket, Terry Simon and Jomo was the best of us in our age bracket coming up in on the scene. Terry Simon and Jomo Dopwell was the best of us. Facts. And today, just like Ayo, today we're gonna be hearing from Jomo for the first time. The last time I saw Jomo was the first year Complex Open. Jomo may have came home at least one time, and I think maybe, but I can't remember. He don't have to remind me. But I think I gonna go for now, and I'm gonna say that the last time I saw Jomo was the first year Complex Open. I think Jomo did like a few weeks in school before busting after Babylon,
Yeah.
and I just remember he had a few flag football games, and it used to be Jomo going up against Razor from Central.
Reza, yeah,
Um,
Reza Robinson.
Yeah, so
Yeah, big up.
those used to be some good games to watch. And that, complex was fresh, so the whole school used to be out supporting the game. But that's the Jomo never get to play ball with us in complex. He never get to, get any games underneath his belt because he left before the season started. I think Jomo left right when we were getting ready to start practicing for our tournament, and I think maybe he left like a few weeks before tryouts or something like that. But my dealings with Jomo, like we were talking earlier, he even mentioned Bo used to TT. So it used to be me and Bo, me and Jomo and Spud in the back of Bo truck wherever he go, and Kasim sometimes. But for the main part, it used to be me, Jomo, and Spud in the back of Bo truck with the kids them and whoever else he giving a ride. But the main three, me, Jomo, and Spud, everywhere Bo go. So that we was both true tutelage right there. His whatever you want to call us, but
Yeah.
everywhere Bo go. On a Saturday, Sunday, it doesn't matter. Bo come and pick me up, and we go wherever Bo go. That's how we used to be. And Jomo was good. Jomo was fast. He was he could jump out the gym. Jomo could shoot from beyond the tree. He could shoot mid range. He could get to the hole. He just had the total package. You know what I'm saying? And it was we were sad to see Jomo leave, but we know Jomo had better things in store for him to go
Yeah.
play ball in Babylon. And that's another thing. Out of everybody on the island, the opportunity came for him. He was that good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to talking to Jomo today because, like I was saying, that the last time I saw Jomo was the first year complex open. So just other than hailing me up on Facebook here and there or commenting and sorting stuff that we see, and we just got a little back and forth. That's it. No other conversation, no nothing. So I gonna be locked in just like everybody that waiting to hear from him. So without any further ado, I know I talking too long. Here's the man of the hour, Jomo Dopwell.
Welcome, King. Welcome.
Ew.
Yeah,
Talk
man.
punk, talk punk.
Yeah,
We have to hear you talk too, Dre.
No,
yeah.
we come to hear you. They come to hear me.
Ew.
Come
What's
to
going
hear you.
on?
What good,
No,
Yeah.
brother?
no, no, no. All of we, Dre.
Yes, sir, man.
Everything what's going on.
Not much, man. Not much. Good to see the man, man. Good to hear
Yeah,
from the man.
man.
Good to see
Yeah.
the man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, facts, man. Good to see the man. You look like you
Same,
still
mate.
you still
Same,
looking like you could
same,
drop 30 on somebody easy.
same.
Quick question, because this might answer my question if I saw you again
Nah,
after school. Did you cut your hair before you bust off, or you had take a trip, come back, and you ain't had no hair? You cut your locks.
I cut my hair the day before I leave. Sonny cut my hair.
Okay.
Sonny cut my like he cut the back and then my yeah, Dre. Sonny was the only person who has seen me cut my hair.
Well, I think
Ah,
I think we had get to see you before you leave. Either me and Bo came down at the airport or something. But I remember seeing you.
No, yeah. Yeah, I had seen me before I leave.
Okay, okay.
Cabal come and see me, yeah, Dread.
Yeah, I remember that, man. Because I just remember seeing you. It was so funny, weird seeing you without any locks. So, hey, that was one of your signature things. Anytime you playing ball and you glide into the air or whatever, all you can see is them locks just flickering back
Locks,
and
right?
my rap on top, yeah.
So what's good, my brother, man? What's good, man? We
Everything,
longing to
man. Life, Dread, life.
okay.
As long as we breathe and we good, Dread.
Before we get started, let's tell
Yes,
the
sir.
viewers where you're located.
I am located in beautiful Anchorage, Alaska. So that's what I'm dealing with now.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
man.
Snow everywhere, all the
Snow,
time.
yeah. See that snow, my son.
I've never seen
All
snow
the
in my
time.
life. I'm jealous, a little bit, just a little bit. I'm jealous.
No, don't be jealous. You ain't missing nothing, Dread.
That's why here. No, ain't no
Yeah.
joke. Just a little bit. So how is it? How is it living in Alaska? Like how is life in Alaska?
Like it's cool. It's slow. It's a slow place. Like it's slow pace place, right? So like it's like living in certain Korea. Ain't too much to do, and everybody just easy. Like ain't no hustle and bustle up here, and that's why I like slow places. I don't like to be in big cities. I can't
Yeah,
stand
true
big
that.
cities, Dread.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, true,
right,
true,
right.
true, true that.
So one myth about Alaska, like how long does it stay dark or daytime, or how does that work? Or you are
Um,
you in that area when that
I
happen?
think in where is it? Fairbanks? Yeah, like it's is it Nome or Fairbanks? One of the places they for 3 months it stayed dark for 3 months. The
No
sun don't
sunlight
come up for 3 months.
3 months,
for
yeah.
Yeah,
three
from the time the
months.
sun so say it's like tomorrow. If the sun set tomorrow up that, they don't see the sun again till February or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Dread.
That's insane,
Even
yo.
even here, even here, like about 4:30, Dread, sun gone.
One gone.
4:30 in
Four
the
thirty in
afternoon
the afternoon, it dark. Like it yeah, it dark
until
like 12 o'clock at night, Dread.
until when?
Until about May when we start gaining light again.
No, but 4:30 it dark until when in the morning? Like what time in the morning?
Until about ten o'clock in the morning, Dread. So you don't get that much sunlight at all. Yeah, Dread.
Crazy,
Darkness.
man. Hey, that's a life, man. That's a
When the,
life.
but in the summertime though, you get a sun all day long, Dread. Like 24 hours from
24.
it'll be 24 hours and then we start losing it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Sunlight will be
Twen-
up to like 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun's still there up.
24 hours of sun, no sun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, boss. For like two
Wow.
weeks.
I
It's
only
crazy,
I only
man.
learned I only learned about that I think I watched a movie Al Pacino they call Insomnia. I ever watch that?
Yeah, Insomnia, yeah.
Insomnia, yeah, yeah.
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 Good movie.
Yeah, that's a real good movie.
Yeah.
He will
Yeah,
be
and
in the
20 Days a Night, there's another movie too.
Yeah.
well, I never saw that one. I never saw that one. I gotta
Yeah,
look
good
for that one.
movie. Yeah, man.
So
So Jomo.
well go ahead, Mumba.
No, go ahead,
Yeah.
Pang. You good, you good.
So I just gonna ask. I want you to take us back. Tell me where it all started for Jomo in terms of basketball.
Man, like I always used to see like Base and Gobo and all them playing ball in Harbor View, and I couldn't really play. I could bounce the ball, but I couldn't really play. And I think it was I don't know if it was Peters and Tyrone who asked me to come and play when I went to Elena, but they come and ask me to play, and I like okay, I gonna try. But like
Mm.
this is a drummer who couldn't make a layup by himself. I'd be wide open and missing layups. But like I didn't want it to be like that anymore. So I watching Tyrone and I watching this dude like effortlessly running up and down the court, Dread. Like how this man doing this? How this man like with the basketball drill Tyrone used to run but like between his legs. I never seen nobody run with a ball, Dread. So I like watching this man like wow. And that's how Tyrone turned into my standard. Like I wanted to be Tyrone Alec. Like that's who I wanted to be, Dread. Like this
Like
man is a monster. Like that's who I want to be.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dread. So like I start taking basketball serious like when I was like 13. Like I could jump, I could hold on to the rim when I was 12, but like I started taking ball serious when I was 13, for sure.
Do
Yeah.
you, do you think because you couldn't lay up good, that's why how you became a good dunker? So because the only way you could have make a shot was to dunk it instead of laying it
For sure, it's a short two, but sometimes I wasn't even a short two. Nah, man, it's just I used to get too excited. Like I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna make this layup and then throw it
right.
over the rim or throw it over the backboard or some stupidness.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
true.
But
most
like
of us.
I start
Right.
walking out with Sunil, and like Sunil is like he's instrumental in a lot of things that I did for sure. Like big up to Sunil, like Sunil, and you know too, like you was a reason why like I kind of turn out to why we're turning out too. you, basically anybody, like anybody I come across. They had a big impact with me with basketball, Dread. Yupang, T-Gun, anybody,
So
for
like
sure.
when you first started out, when you got to Elena and you first started off playing, like give me some of the names that in your age bracket that you in Elena and you seen them man play outside of Tyrone that you seen them man play and okay, it's time
For,
to get things
for,
going. Like who come up in the ranks with
what
you?
what for me it was Spud, Marquis, Bim Bim, like all these Harborview youth, like and all these kids I grew up with. Like I used to watch them and like, wow, my partner and I could play ball and I can't really bounce this ball. I can't even put a ball in my left hand at all. I gotta get better, man, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, you gotta walk,
And
gotta walk.
that's what started driving me.
Mm.
And
Wh-
what kind of things that Sonny used to teach you? Like what kind of things that he used to get you doing?
Like the proper form of the ball, like because Sonny was a jump shot artist. Like he like okay, Jomo, you want to space your fingers. You want to make sure you got a little space under the ball. You don't want to use this left. You don't want to use your guide hand. This is just to guide the ball. That type of things. And we used to play 21, and like Sonny was always on. Like he was one of them who was always on me because he was a walk horse. Like I used to like to watch him walk out for sure.
Definitely.
Jump.
So it's
So
that what class.
what was the first team you played on before playing on any school team? What was the first team you
My
played on?
guidance. I
And
believe it
what
was
league?
guidance. It was 13 to 16. It was based on them guidance in Shabbat.
Mm.
So
You
so
That's
you
when we were.
go ahead, go ahead.
That's when we were wearing little. That's when we were wearing. That's when we were wearing little gym shots and.
So
Yeah, cause matter of fact, yeah, that's when Timmy were in that league too.
okay.
how was
So
that?
you go ahead, Pan.
No, how was playing against Timmy at that time? Like what was Timmy like it at that time?
Man, like for us, Timmy was Goliath dread because like I couldn't get no layups on Timmy because Timmy was just pacing the ball on the backboard. Tyrone one of the only people I used to say used to get a better Timmy dread.
And see that
But like them like Shabbat,
the reason why I
no
asked
go ahead.
because we from West, so we didn't catch Timmy until later on. Like these people used to catch Timmy a lot because he lived in East
Yeah,
St. so St. Dunstan. So I didn't catch Timmy
yeah,
until I started when I gained into like ninth grade and so that's when I started to see Timmy. So you mentioned 13 to 15 and you playing against Timmy. So you catch Timmy real early. So that's
real
why I
real
asked.
Ollie, yeah, because he was still raw.
Yeah.
Yes, they're wrong.
Like he was
So
because he was like known as a rebounder and a block shot like the block shot guy. Because he was just still raw. But then still it was Timmy though. Like 6'9", we weren't playing against that. You can't
yeah,
teach
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't teach yeah, you can't teach height at all.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's true. That's true. How was the atmosphere like playing in that Shabbat league? Your first time playing with guidance.
Wow. Listen, like I love Shabbat. Like that place is what make me why it is. Like Shabbat and Harborview is what make me why it is. Like because you gotta understand it was like the rocker for real. Like that was
That's
our
true.
rocker.
That's
Like
true.
that was our Shabbat was our rocker for sure. Cause you had Tyrone, you had Black Dave, you had Olo, you had monsters playing in that league. And I was still just coming up. And then I think I went to I went and visit my sister one year and I'd come back a little taller and a little braver. And that's when that dunking guy came out.
So you 13 to 15, you still playing against Olo and Dave? That man is that young?
No, 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 not like
About to say.
you gotta remember this is a long time for me in a pang.
Right.
yeah.
So
But
I might mix up names, but like it was a lot.
Outside of Tyrone, I know Dave and Olo are probably a little too old for we. But Tyrone,
Yeah, Black Dude, yeah, they were a little older.
I think Tyrone is 1 year older than me. So, and I know all of them are older than Tyrone.
Yeah.
But during them times, then wasn't it like 30 to 15 and 16 to 18?
I think so.
So
So
I
you would
think so.
probably see them man playing the
Yeah.
50
In the big, yeah, because I basically they moved me up after that.
Okay. I got you now.
yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
back to we went central to Jomo, do you remember playing against me at Arta? Or you didn't really get like a good memory of me or a good
Yeah, I remember playing against you in Arta. Yeah, I remember playing against you in Arta.
Come on, Pang. Everybody will remember playing against you.
Like our Elena squad were like the Bad News Bears.
right.
For real, we were like the Bad News Bears because it was like a bunch of ragtag players. Me, Kasim, Spud, Kenya Henry. Like we had a we had a ragtag squad, but we were giving people a run for their money.
I had Claude, Frankie, Bim Marky.
Yeah, Dread. Yeah.
Doa went
Woodson, yeah.
Doa in Central already.
No, Doa was at Woodson because the same year I play against Doa in
He won Woodson because we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I used to go Woodson and playing a lunch league, and I ain't know if I know that.
Oh, what? For real?
Yeah, man.
You gotta tell us that story.
Sorry, Mr. Viale, sorry, I used to skip school and go to Woodson and play. And
you got to tell us about this, man. You gotta tell us about this.
Yeah,
this was like okay, so this is a Jomo that I realized like I only had to do so much. Like I only used to I was doing just enough in school just to get by. Like, just enough. I'm gonna just do just enough so I could miss this class and like setting myself up for failure. But I love basketball. Like that was my after I realized that I was getting better in basketball, like that you couldn't stop me. Like you couldn't stop me from getting on the court. Like any place, and you could look for me any place, find me on the basketball court.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And just for the viewers, see, it ain't only just Arta kids. So Jomo come from Elena. So when he got come back, we got something on him.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Make it see Arta was the only kids.
Who was the coach for Woodson that was allowing you to play for them?
I can't remember. It was a coach like one of the monitors used to let me in, Dread, because I used to pawn Woodson stuff and just walk in.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I didn't start doing that until I went complex. So when we was in complex, I went school going down in complex. I think Central, like hanging out in the gym. I would be up on
Dread.
And Larry Toff just hanging. Because I still had my clothes from the year before.
Yeah, Dread.
And I used to be in Central, hanging, chilling with I think me and Sport used to do it. Go up Central and just hang out and just chill. We used to be down in the gym all day long, just chilling. And they know some people know we ain't belong here, but just turn a blind eye and just
for sure.
Because they know Pang ain't getting in no trouble. Like if somebody else
that man ain't no trouble. That man ain't getting in no trouble.
If somebody else coming up in school and they know they ain't belong here, this person come to fight, or this person come to do badness. But when they see Pang ain't in so they know Pang ain't coming for no trouble.
Yeah, the man just went to play ball. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So how was your junior high experience, middle school, junior high basketball experience? And it was a product of all my friends, like anybody that were around that used to, son Jomo, we could beat them. Jomo, you got, and they start to build my confidence, like Marky, Bim, even a cousin Canan,
Like that man used to build my confidence, Dread. So when I start to see like, you know what? If I can't get around him, I can just go over him. And the only person I couldn't go like pull on was Tyrone because he had my he had the he you know to take a charge on me. And the only time I ever figured him out was like a few years before I stopped playing ball, Dread.
Wow.
Just slide over and take a charge, Tyrone. Ask him. He'll tell you.
Yeah. That's true. I see you do that a couple times.
Yeah,
That's true.
Tyrone always played both sides of the court. Always.
But like,
he was a hustler.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like in Elena, like we were a decent squad. Like we were like we didn't have any structure. We didn't really have any structure, but we were a decent squad. We were like a home squad from Harborview. Like that's why I almost was.
I had a big ass team, man. Don't. I had a big 19 because I could remember coming up in the gym, and there's you, Kasim, and I want to say Claude. Claude was the next tallest person on our team. Claude played with I, right?
Yeah, and Kenya.
And Kenya.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Kenya Henry.
Henry, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot he played with Ayo. And we didn't have nobody at Ayo.
Yeah.
Before Ayo, we didn't have nobody Ayo sides. Like we just came in there with our little Warrior squad, our little Golden State Warrior squad.
Listen.
We just used to
Listen. The man. We were like you said, we like the last episode, like we wanted to fight, like the man was trying to fight for real, like son of this man. I remember that, Dread.
I remember
coming out, hand us, give us the business.
I remember Maki had a layup, my son.
Give us the business, Dread.
I came out of nowhere, my son. I'm pitch Marky hit my son. My boy ball up, he fist to punch me, my son. I said, what this man come to play ball or fight?
I remember that. I remember that, man.
Dude, it was you and him by the time the game is over. It seemed like the whole of East was outside waiting for we, my son. Yeah, we had to wait until the crowd die out, my son, Mumba, to make sure we
I remember that, Dread.
To make sure we get on the bus safe because it just seemed like the whole of Kennedy, Harborview, and Shabbat just outside waiting for we, my son. Nothing but dudes, my son. Like they're waiting to wolf we, bro.
That's great. That's how it was back in the day, man. That's the
I
intensity,
remember
man.
that, Dread.
But it was a good game though, because up until we play Ayo, even though we still blow Ayo out there, but we was just putting a shellac in at every team.
Blow out. I remember that. Blow out.
And Ayo were blowing out every team Ayo come up again. So everybody will anticipate.
We were blowing out a lot of people too, Dread.
Right. And everybody were anticipating our matchup, but we just had to put a press on Ayo, you know what I mean? And get out of business. that press, Dread. Yeah, watch out, Mumba. Me and Frenchie, you couldn't cross half court and me and Frenchie, you know. Me and Frenchie stealing everything.
Big up Frenchie, man. Big up Frenchie for sure.
He gonna sign. You gonna
for sure. Big up Frenchie.
Sometime tonight.
Yeah. Big up Frenchie for real. Legendary backcourt, Panga Frenchie.
And we went undefeated in the 2 years that I played JV. No losses.
So
go ahead.
So Jomo, you so how you felt you played during your time in Elena? How you felt your game was? You know, did you have that confidence and and everything?
I felt my game was. Yeah, I felt like my game was coming along. Like I was starting to understand the game a little more and like when to go and when not to. Like I was starting to see the game, not like if you know what I mean. Like I was starting to see the game. I would turning out to be like a decent passer and all that. Like when I was like in Elena, so
during,
I feel like I was getting to that level.
Okay. So during that, was you still working with Sunil then, or Base still during them times in Elena, or Sunil was already like gone?
Yeah, like Base like base like okay, so like Sonny was my mentor. Like Sonny was like he was just grooming me. Sonny was grooming me. Base on all every last one of like the homeboys in Harbor View Dread. Like a lot of them instrumental in anything I had to do. Cause they were like they were an extension of my mom. Cause like she couldn't see what I was doing, so I had to watch. Base and them had me. Koof had me. Like a lot of them make sure I was staying out of trouble and making sure like basketball. Cause Koof used to come and pick me up like 5 o'clock in the morning to go play ball.
Oh wow.
So like a lot of the brothers in Harborview got a lot to do with me like doing anything in basketball. A lot of them brothers, like a lot of them, like I can't thank them enough
Yeah, man.
for
Big up
sure.
to them. Big up to them. Definitely, man. It's big time.
Your moving on to Central. Your experience in Central was similar to mine. I remember us trying out for the team. Me, you, Kasim. I want to say Frenchie tried out the first year too. Yeah, Frenchie did try because
I think Frenchie too.
yeah, he actually made the team. We all did, but you were in the same boat as me. Maybe Kasim too.
Not trying to do too much.
Right? So we on the team
Trying to do too much.
but we ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
No.
playing one game in Central. But
Not one game.
We practicing man, going to every practice, we did to every game, but we ain't playing. Not one game, son. So you
Not one game.
Kasim was in and out. One day he doing
Yeah,
good
Kasim was in and out.
where he could play. Another day he ain't doing good in school.
He ain't doing that.
So how was that in Central? Like how was
that was like I think like a lot of people are mad because like I wasn't playing for the team because here's all this talent, but like he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. And like it's the truth. Like I was skipping class just to stay in the gym. Like I turned into a gym rat, but I wasn't worried about the other side of it, like school.
Yeah.
So that's how come I didn't end up playing. And that's what like a lot of kids gotta understand. Like you gotta balance everything if you want to do anything in this life. Everything is balanced. So any kid watching this, make sure you balance in school with your sports.
That's important. That's important.
That's the one thing I would always preach, my son. Is just you gotta go to school, man. Because I know that's what.
Yeah.
Sure, I know that's what hurt me. And
yeah. I wanted to play. I wanted to play in Central.
Right. Same here. Same here.
I wanted to play in Central.
That's what.
I ended up playing in Lunch League.
No.
Our goal from coming up in Arthur, our short-term goal was playing on Central team when we were in Elaine and Arthur.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Yeah, that was dread.
So who are some?
And I think like a lot.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And we got a little delay. So if we interrupt each other, apologize, because we have a little delay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna ask, because you guys like Pan just mentioned, you guys came up the same time in Central and you guys wasn't really playing. And then you kind of touch on with the school not going to class and stuff. Who were some of the players that was already on the team, that made it more difficult to play, to get game time?
No, we weren't even playing because we were. I was failing for sure. I was failing.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why you guys didn't play because you guys were failing.
Right.
Yeah. I was failing for sure. I know that for sure. Like I wasn't going to my English class. I could tell you which class I wasn't going to. My English class was in the gym, upstairs in the gym, and I wasn't going to that class. I was right downstairs playing ball.
And that was my English class too. The white man.
Yeah, we were in the same class, punk.
Right. I remember. We supposed to be in class, and we don't get a gym playing ball, my son.
Oh God.
Hey, I remember my son in the guy was funny though. He was
for sure.
Hilarious, my son. He had a fun class, but it was to me it was just still class, and that I just had something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Talk to you mentioned you played Lunch League. Who you played with in Lunch League?
It was another Harborview squad. It was me, Marky, Bimbi, like it was Harborview squad. I think Dawa Dawa playing with us?
Dawa would always play with Grove. Always play with Grove.
That's right.
Yeah, Noah would always play with Grove. No, any
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
I don't even know.
It was half of your squad, and that's
I don't,
when like I used to want to dunk on everybody, but like I used to get booed because I doing all this in lunch league, but I wasn't doing none of it for the school.
Mm. So
but
they boo
Muma,
you.
Yeah,
to your question regarding who was on the team, like Central still had a good team. Them man, we just me Jomo just fill out the team with along Frenchie was on the team, Nigel Moses,
Nigel. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nigel
Nigel
won that.
Moses.
Coconut
Okay.
won that.
Ghost was on there, Tony
Ghost
Francis,
won. Yeah, Ghost. Big up
Wow.
Tony.
Randy Wilson, Solo was on
Yeah,
Hakeem Milligan, um,
that was squad.
Terry.
Yeah.
Wow,
Ganzi won there.
that's a
Yeah,
crazy
Ganzi
squad,
won
man.
that team.
Who else? One of the Hanson sons was on the team. I can't remember his name. No,
Esdell.
was he on the team then or after we went complex?
I think you won that then.
I think he was on the dental. Okay, the older one, because the
Yeah.
following year, younger one came on the team.
Yeah.
The man, the Central still had a good team. Jeff was on it. Was Jeff Merle on the team?
I would guess he would have to be on the team, man,
Yeah,
because he was nice.
Jeff Merle was on the team too.
Jeff could have ball.
Claude won the team too.
Claude was on the team. Yeah, Claude was on the team. Yeah, they had a nice team. Nice team. Spud was on the team too. I want to say Spud was on the team.
Of course, Spud was on the team.
Yeah.
Because let me get this right. That year was the year before Complex Open, right? Or was
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Yeah, that's when everybody from our class that was in Arta, Elena, and even Woodson. That's when all the prime players moved
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
It had so much talent coming out that year. I don't even think I don't remember if Marky and Bim
There's a lot of talent.
Did they travel for
I
Central?
don't think that trail.
Yeah, it was.
No, I think Marky had. Man, that was a squad. They had a squad.
Yeah, they definitely.
No, he didn't bust off yet because we had that riot and yeah, he was still there when we had that riot.
I
remember hearing about that.
I remember just seeing your locks flying through the
Listen.
and I just remember you fly one way and then I see Bo just flying after you because Bo was trying to keep you.
Listen, Bo saved my life, Dred. Bo saved my life, man.
Yeah, that's the one thing about
Bo saved my life. I had cracked ribs, so I'm not Dred.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
I remember that because our fight happened like from the hour to often, man. I do remember.
Wow, it was crazy, Dred.
It was against Williams Light, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
I was just standing there, and then the police would walk up to me and ask me what I doing. I was like, I'm just standing here. That's when I had the trench coat on. I don't know why I was wearing a trench coat. Doing too much. Doing too much. And he grabbed my just by this shirt. It wasn't one of the Mr. Dollar shirt. Just by this nice woven white shirt. And he grabbed my shirt and I brushed his hand off and he hit me and I hit him back and run. And that's when the little RoboCop run me down. And tackle me and they start to give Maki trying to save me, but Maki couldn't save me and Bo jump on me, Dred.
Yeah, Bo Sheely from Ireland.
Yeah, the man.
Bobby done them trying to wolf Jomo.
Yeah, the man.
He ain't even fighting. Like he standing there watching the fight going on. And
they try to grab me.
Try and rough you up.
Man,
mess up my nice white shirt.
That shot was an expensive shot too, you know.
Yeah, the man. Yeah, it was like $20. I couldn't afford that.
Yeah, Oxford.
Oxford, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So After that year, now complex open. You still went back to Central, or did you go to complex?
I went to cut. I ended up going to complex,
What was
and
the
after
reason?
when
What was the reason why you end up in complex? Because I know you had to. It had to been something to do with your class that you end up in complex. Why you ended
I,
up in?
I think it was like I think it was something to do with the class that I was taking. Something happened. I end up in complex, and I kind of think it was kind of because of VLA. I don't want to say it. Might have been VLA.
Yeah,
Because like, and even Mr. VLA, I call him Mr. VLA till today. Like him and Mr. Christopher, they were like instrumental in my coming up out to Elena, because like they always kept me on a straight and narrow. Like those, because at that time VLA was the principal and Mr. Christopher was a science teacher, and like they stayed on me and Kasim and Spot. Like they stayed on us. They made sure we were doing what we were supposed to do, and I respect them till the end of this art for that. For
Right.
sure.
yeah, man.
Because we could have went another way. Because you see it, Bang, when we were trying to fight Diana, we were trying to go the other way.
Right. Yeah, it was tough coming up, man. We had a lot of peer pressure and
Yeah, Dread. Yeah, that's what it was.
the individual person. Because I had friends that used to try to get me to do a lot of running, but I
Yeah,
just had that in me for the fighting and so on. You know, I ain't had the heart for fighting and anything. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
environment, man.
girls are beanie.
Definitely was about the ladies back then.
So Jomo, how did that whole process went? Did you get to play for the complex team, or did you
No, like
travel abroad?
I think it was I think I were only complex for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I leave like October,
Okay.
and even till today, I still like I still wanted to come back after my first year. Like after my first year after I leave, I wanted to come back. I didn't want to be out there.
So
I didn't
how
like it
how
out there.
how did you end up leaving to go to the States?
So like a lot of people don't know this. Like, and when I went in Elena, I was supposed to go to Michigan Country Day. And a lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
Like I think I was in the 8th grade, and I was supposed to go to Michigan Country Day. And I had to get to play with Shane Battier and a couple other
Yeah.
dope players. But my mom was like, "Oh no, he's too young. I don't want him going any place." And then fast forward a couple years, I end up in Kentucky
What part of
and
Kentucky?
Graves County, Kentucky, Mayfield, Kentucky is like cut by play at Murray State. Like it was like 15 minutes to Murray State, right on the
Oh, wow.
Tennessee Kentucky border.
Okay, it's close.
So
I
Beautiful.
think we had like
how you get recruited to go there? Like, what was that process?
like you know what? Okay, so I I got recruited. Like, so I don't know how this whole thing went about. I do know how the whole thing went about, but I really, so like I get a call one day, and is this family from this exchange student program.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I get a phone, and I talk to the dad, and I talk to the mom, and I talk to the son, and then my mom talked to them, and then I think like we filled out some paperwork, and then they sent it in, and then here I am. Oh, like, oh well, you're getting ready to go to Kentucky, huh? That fast? Okay.
Wow.
So I end up um like I think I can't remember the last games I played in St. Croix, like as a high schooler. I don't even remember the last game I had played. I think it was a lunch league game or something in
Complex.
against the teachers, against the teachers in new school,
Right.
right? I think that was the last game I get to play, and then I over at Sunny House, getting my hair cut, and getting ready to go on to play in the next day. Trip.
Now, was this
Yeah.
recruitment? Did this recruitment have anything to do with basketball, or was it all about basketball?
It was all about basketball.
Mm.
I was gonna say it was all about basketball. Like it,
Yeah.
I had to go with a narrative. Like I gotta speak the truth, Dread. Like I had to go with a narrative for a long time that I was just an exchange student and this and that. And like I went through a lot when I went to Kentucky, Dread. A lot. Like a lot of people don't know. Like I went through a lot when I went to Kentucky. Like it changed me. It changed me as a person for a long time, Dread. Cause
Like your
my first,
experiences.
yeah, Dread. All my experiences were like it was touch and go for it. Like I okay, so I could if I could tell you I had like 4 fights my entire life, right? Like before 17. And then in 2 years I had 14 or 15 fights in Kentucky.
Wow.
Really?
And it was just over disrespect. Like 'cause, like I come from a culture where we embrace everybody.
Yeah.
And then I
Right.
go to Kentucky and it's like, oh well, you're a little you're a little too tan for me. So I'm gonna call you this.
Mm.
And that's what I had to deal with.
From
Like take
students
three
or
days. Treating
from students or adults?
students from students, adults, yeah, you name it. Like that, like and you could tell like you go around them and they start to turn red. Like I
Hmm.
don't had a couple of my friends, like people I make friends with, they used to call them end lovers and this and that. Yeah, Dread.
Man, that
It
Hmm.
was
was
bad.
rough.
Jeez, that's rough, brother.
But like as far as basketball, like my game gets stifled in Kentucky, if you know what I mean. Like they had a structure and everything, and
Yeah.
they were going by the structure. They stick me as a center, I hold my own as a center. 'Cause I was playing against 6'9", 6'10", but they were light and frail.
Hmm.
So
And
So,
I kind of hold my own.
so
they
they,
never met a 6'8", a 6'7", 6'8" player like you that can handle the rack. That's fast as you and like crazy jump shot, crazy hops. They ain't never met nothing like that.
No, and like that was posing problems to a lot of schools. 'Cause they had to put they put a center on me, and I walk by him. I didn't even have to run. I walk by their center, and then they put somebody smaller on me, and I go in the post because like I could post up. So I go in the post, and like you might get one of these on your head if you play me the wrong way. So
facts. So with Jomo, with that experience of the court, and then with the experience on the court, as far as your game stifling, you playing center. How how did that affect you mentally?
it it had a big effect on me because you gotta understand, like I was coming from where I was the man my age, like I felt like for my age group, I could hold my like against anybody. And then I
Right.
come to this system and they have you have your parents on the side that want to see their kids playing, and they don't
Yeah,
understand why this kid came out of nowhere and he's getting this time. And so I kind of had to bring myself down a little bit and just go through the process,
Right.
kind of humble myself in a sense, like, okay, you know what, this is for the best. I'll get to learn, and that's all I did was learn. Like I had to keep myself busy in Kentucky because I played baseball, football. I ran cross country,
wow.
track. Like I couldn't keep still because like I didn't want to keep my mind wandering on what's going on around me. So I just kept myself busy.
Man, that's tough, man. That's tough for like a young person,
I
dealing with
did.
a lot of adversity, man. Dealing with
Yeah,
especially
it
with
was.
racism because in the Virgin
Yeah,
Islands we don't experience that at all,
at
growing up.
all,
So
at
you
all.
and I,
Like I could
yeah,
tell you for one instance, we had a big game. It was against Marshall County, and this is like this county is known for their racism. And we're at our gym. It's halftime, and like we're running to our locker room, and they're running to theirs. But the way it's set up, they come down the hall this way, and we come down the other way, and we kind of meet each other, but we don't. It's about 15 feet apart. So they go in the girls' locker room, we go in ours. I'm the last one coming in. We're kind of hyped because we're up, we're leading, and I'm getting ready to run in the locker room, and I hear goddamn N word,
Hmm.
and I don't know how I made it in the locker room with them, but I was in the locker room with their team swinging at everybody. Because I was like, at that point, that was like the 10th time I've been called that word in
Wow.
a few weeks. So like it kind of dragged me up the wall, and I like after that I had a super chip on my shoulder,
Hmm.
and like I moved around with that chip on my shoulder. Like I moved, or like in Kentucky, I moved with that chip on my shoulder.
How did the chip affect you on the court? Were you going out for heads
I
or
everything. Like nobody was safe. Like I was going after everything because I
See.
my thing was I was trying to embarrass. Okay, so this is what y'all want. This is what. Okay, that's how you want to be. I'm going to embarrass your kids. Since you want to call me that name, I'm going to embarrass you. Like I got like they used to send people in the game to punch me in my private parts, elbow me, like people who don't get to play in games.
wow?
Man,
Yeah, Dread. Like they were sending people to hunt me, Dread.
that's
And
crazy,
that's only
man.
my and that's only my first year. That's only my
First
first
year.
year. That was only my first year.
You still trying to get situated, get comfortable in the
Yeah,
environment, and you still got to deal with all these different adversity,
yeah,
man, and racism.
yeah.
Man, that's
My
rough.
sister, my sister, Charmaine Timmons, like my sister is the one who kind of keep me level headed because she was an air traffic controller at the time, and she flew to Kentucky, come make me saltfish and dumpling and all kind of stuff. So it kind of
Nice.
kind of eased me up and it give me some strength too anyway. So like yeah,
Man,
if it wasn't for her, like I'd have been like because I wanted to come back home. Like I wanted because I didn't get to play with Pang. I didn't get to play with Terry. I didn't get to play with anybody that I grew up with. And that like for a long time that bothered me because like I wanted to play with these guys. These guys who I learned to hone my skills with. And I didn't
yeah.
get to play with them. Like I wanted to play with them.
That posed to my question. So you actually never came back home, like after you left. Like you
I
never.
came I came back I came back a couple times. I came back one summer I came back for like a couple weeks because I had to go back to school for we had a basketball camp we were teaching. I had to teach at. So I had to go back to school and teach that. And then I come back one other time after school. I had come back for like a year.
You have moved back
And
home
like
for a year?
yeah, I came back home for like in 2000. Like I came back for a year, but I was still that was in college though. Like if you're still talking about high school, I had when I went back to Kentucky.
I was gonna. My question was going to lead to like, do you think you never came home because if let's say you had came home for like a summer or something while you were in high
I
school,
wouldn't leave.
and was that the reason why you never came
Yeah,
home?
I wouldn't leave. Like if I come back the year after, like a couple, like 9 months after I leave, like leave the first time, I wouldn't have went back.
You know, went back, yeah.
I didn't want to come back. I was like, dude, I would cry to my mom. Like I didn't want to be there. Like I didn't like it. But the family I live with, they were good. Like they were a great family to me. Like they tried to shelter me as much as they could from it.
Yeah.
As much as they could, they tried to shelter me from it, but they couldn't because it
Mm,
was everywhere I went.
right.
And the fast forward to my senior year. Oh, geez, I missed like seven games my senior year because teams they want to play against us.
Because of
They
you
were
being
four,
in the team?
yeah, they were forfeiting games because of the same thing with the recruiting situation. They were saying that I was recruited, and there's no way that I could be from like because I was like, well, I was an exchange student, and now this family has guardianship over me because I felt like I wasn't finished after that because like I was salty, like they had me salty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You gonna call me the N word? Nah, your kids gonna pay. They gonna pay for this. All of them gonna pay for it, and
So
that's how we're moving.
touch a little
Man,
bit on your
that's
experience off the court, like moving around in Kentucky. Like
Like
who
off
did
the
you
court,
play
like
with?
I had I had a football. Like this is a funny story. I had a friend. His name is Jeff, and our first meeting, this dude called me the N word. Our first meeting in our football locker room, called me the N word, and we fight. My hands they look like this because his face. Like I do some work on him, and then I end up having to go and apologize, and end up
jeez.
they didn't suspend me, but I had a suspension in school,
Right.
the in school suspension, and then they made it to where me and him we had to be around each other every day for 2 weeks,
Wow.
and like by God's grace, like that, like he's one of my best friends, and it was crazy. His wife is black now
Oh, and they're calling you on the N1?
because they're ignorant. They didn't know. They ain't never been around. A lot of them they ain't never been around us. They ain't never seen us. So all they had was going off of what their families were telling them about us.
Yeah.
You understand? So they didn't know. Oh, this guy is just like me. He drinks water
Right.
just like me.
Right.
So they didn't know that.
You kind of taught you really teach him a lot, man. You kind of open him up.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
That's, man, wow. That might have been the best thing that happened for him, you know. So
Yeah, for sure.
Of course
Man.
it is. He got a black wife.
Because I wasn't gonna back down. Like I wasn't gonna back down. And Marky and Bimim is the one who light that fire in me because like I never used to really fight that much. Cheaphead is the
Yeah.
first person I ever fight in life. And like that kind of, you know what? I gonna defend myself from now on, and that's what happened.
man, that's crazy. So you kind of touched on you played other sports. What position you played in football, and what position you played in basketball? I mean,
I was a wide
baseball.
receiver.
Wide receiver.
I was
and
a
then
wide
for baseball.
receiver. I was just there as an extra bat. I didn't do nothing else. I was just an extra bat.
DH.
Yeah, I was just an extra bat.
Versatile, man.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
like and like
Go ahead.
like like a lot of people like they start to embrace me because they like, hey man, this guy he's a cool guy, he's an okay guy. You know, he's not what we thought he was.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, they judge you before even meeting you. You know, like I even had parents apologize to me, like, I'm so sorry, like I had this thought of you in my head and you're nothing like what we thought. I'm like, that's all you gotta do is just sit down and talk to somebody, and then you understand like who they are and where they come from.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Did that experience what you experienced, did you have a different view towards, you know, white people, or did it make you have a different view towards white people where you was always on edge when you came across, or no?
It kind of make me start thinking along those lines, like, man, maybe this is how it is, maybe this is how it's gonna be, because like if we're talking about 90, 96, 97.
Yeah, you're a kid.
It's 2020 right now. We still dealing with that stuff right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to, like, you could tell, like, matter of fact, let me give a even better story. Like, okay, so Marshall County, right?
Yeah.
We go to their school. We got a game, and when we play Marshall County, is 5,000 people in this gym. I've never played before, like 5,000 people packed in this gym,
That's a lot.
and I was the only black face in the gym.
In the whole entire
I was the only black face in the gym. In the entire gym, I was the only black face in that gym.
Jeez.
So you could imagine, like, for me as a kid going, like, and we going to the place where this is after the first time they called me and I run in the locker room. So we going to their gym now, and I was the only black face in that gym. So you could imagine, like, I almost shrink, I almost shrink into a tiny ball, like when I walked in, and then my brother, like the Kyle, who I live with, the family I live with, he was the one that's like, you don't have to worry about anything. I'll die in here with you.
Wow.
And after he told me that, listen, man, I thought I had rockets on my shoes. I thought I had rockets after he told me that.
Man, big up to Kyle, brother. Shout out to Kyle.
For real.
Yeah, that's love right there, brother.
Did y'all win that game?
For sure.
Beat the brakes off of them. Huh?
Yeah, we won that game. He won. As a matter of fact, he won that game. He won that game. He won the game in the right corner. with a three. He won that game with a three in the corner. I'll never forget that. Yeah, he won the game.
Did you ever receive any death threats or anything like that? Did he get to that extent with you?
I used to get nasty letters. Like they used to send nasty letters. And the Rick, the dad at the house, like he wasn't having it. Like he tried to shelter me as much as he can from it. Like he even almost got into fights with parents over me.
Man, this is
like so
wow.
He tried to protect. Yeah, because like when they start canceling games. I was a senior this year, and I got like 4 other seniors on the team, and they missing games. Like I was starting to feel away because I don't want to be the reason why my teammates missing games.
Yeah.
So like I had decided to like, you know what, I go just sit on the side. If as long as we get to play, I won't play. And that's why I end up having to go to court and all that stuff to play draft. Could you imagine having to go to court to play basketball?
Oh yeah.
Not as a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, brother. That's tough.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah, that was wrecking me, Dread.
Wow. Man.
And the only time I feel free is like when I would come back home and I get to play with my brothers or see my brothers or something. Like that's the only time I used to feel free, Dread. It was rough, and it was just me there. It was just me and Kentucky. I ain't really had nobody else.
So Jomo, I know when I got like a new environment, I shape up when it comes to going class. It didn't take until college that I shape up to go class. Like being that you weren't going to class in Central, now you're in a new environment. How was that transition as far as taking your academic side serious?
That helped me a lot. That was one thing. It helped me a lot because it made and I had somebody like my grades changed when I was living with my sister in St. Croix, like because I had to move because my mom, she was working all the time because she had a food truck and everything, so she really couldn't keep an eye on me. And she asked me, "Hey, you do your homework?" "Yeah, Mom, I gone," and that was that.
Yeah.
So like I really had to. So now I moved to my sister's, and my sister on top of me, and like if it wasn't for my sister, like I'd have been lost too. Like she instrumental in my life too. And then when I moved to Kentucky, like I didn't have any friend. I didn't have anybody I could go run off with or anybody I could go and kick it with and mess up with. So it was just school and walk out. School and walk out. That was it. The environment did change. The environment did change my my schooling.
How much older is your sister?
My sister, she's 12 years older than me.
Okay. Big up to your sister, man. Much love to your sister, man. Big up.
Sure, Charmaine Timmons.
Charmaine Timmons. Big up, man. Much love.
Every time you say Charmaine, I'm thinking about Charmaine.
So you played your senior year, then how was that like? I mean, you kind of touched on it, but as far as any type of recruitment to colleges, how did that go?
Oh man, like before I stopped playing, like even my junior year when I was in Kentucky, I started getting letters from Miami, Oklahoma State, Texas State, Texas Southern, North Carolina. I got a few from North Carolina, Syracuse. Like I got a lot of letters, but after I had stopped, like I didn't play for those games, a lot of the letters started dying down, and then it started to feel. But like the school I went to, like that was the school for me, and the way the coach catch me, he said, "It don't matter where you go." He said, "Make the big time where you at." And the always stuck with me. Like that always stuck with me. He said, make the big time. You don't have to go to a big school to make it anywhere. He said you could go to the smallest school. Just make the big time where you at.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. When we're young, we thinking that the big school is the school,
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah,
you might get lost. You might go to a big school and get lost on the bench.
That's true. That happened to a lot of great players too. It have happened.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So how was that experience like?
College.
Yeah, college.
Oh man, it's okay. So we fast forward to college, and I played for Don Meyer. I don't know if they did a thing for him on the SPs, like basketball
My
genius.
name sound
He's
familiar.
like he's a basketball genius. Like he used to have coaches clinics where Pat Summit will be there learning. Like he was teaching all these. How do I say all these designer coaches, all these coaches that you see on the mainstream. He was the one. They would come to him
Come to him.
to learn stuff, and like he was a genius, and like he was the one who started to try and bring out the original Jomo, like the one who wasn't timid on the court, who didn't pass up shots.
Yeah.
So he started to draw that back out to me. And like that started to make me feel a little better because he was like, I trust you. I want you to shoot the ball. I don't want you to hold on to the ball. If you have the ball in your hand more than 2 seconds, you're gonna get me mad. I want you to shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. So like I'd say like I'm on a wing or something, and I catch the ball. All I hear behind me is shoot it. That's all he would do. Shoot it.
Man, was he a good communicator as a coach? Like he really got to
Yes.
know you as a
Yes.
person, and
Yes. Yeah. Like it got to where he flew my mom up. He talked to my mom. Like he got to know my mom and talk to my mom and talk to me. And like even when we were like for practice, we had to take notes in practice. We would sit in the class. We would sit in the locker room. We would go over plays, go over all this stuff, and he had us taking notes like school. And even when we got on the floor, it was like at least 45 minutes to an hour before we bounced the balls.
wow. Yeah.
So I relearned all my fundamentals in college. Like all my fundamentals in college. Like I relearned I learned basketball in college.
One of the questions that
Because there was so much I didn't understand.
one of the questions I have, and you could answer this for both high school or college, like however you want to answer. How was the transition of the style of basketball when you got to the States? And you could answer it for college or
It was a major difference.
like what stood out to you?
It was a major difference. Like it was more structured. It was more structured in the States. There were more structured like practices and drills, and they were more structured, even with plays and stuff. Like it's like we were getting 2% of what we should be getting. And that's why like this platform and what we all doing is instrumental in everything forward from here. Like I loved it. I love what y'all are doing.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mumbai.
No, you good.
So you in college and you got decent coach. Well, not a decent. You got great coach because he coaching other great coach. He teaching other great coaches. How?
Yeah.
He giving you the green light, like to just shoot the rock. Like, what did that do to your confidence and as a player?
It brought it was slowly because like okay, so when I signed with the school, and then we did some basketball camps, and then they had a game, like we were gonna play a game, and this was my freshman year, and he put all us freshmen against the seniors in front of all the campers, and I had like 28 or something in front, especially the family from Kentucky came down, and like I have felt free because he said Jomo, he's like, we're playing this game, so just think like you're in an auxiliary gym playing against some of the guys over there. So I want you to play basketball. Don't think it, play it. And I end up with 28, and he's like, that's the guy I want on my floor from now on. If I don't see him, I'm gonna pull you out the game.
I like that, man. I like
For
that.
real.
Man, he gave you
So
that confidence.
that brought my confidence back. But then like there's always good and evil. So I had the assistant coach who I felt like he just had something against me, and like he would undermine everything my coach would do. Like he would try to unlike it. Yeah, he would undermine everything my coach would do.
Jeez, man.
Give us an example, like the coach tell you on the court to
Say
go do
like,
one.
yeah, and then like say like my coach is like, okay, well, he's playing off for you. So when you come down on the break, if you're trailing, don't think about it, shoot the ball. Okay, that's all you gotta tell me, coach. So I come down, I shoot the ball. I might make it, I might miss it. So if I miss it and a couple plays go by and I come out, here comes the assistant coach down the bench. My coach ain't even worried about me missing it. Here comes the assistant coach. I need you to take better shots than that. Yo, what are you talking about? Coach told me to shoot it. I was shooting the ball.
Yeah.
So like those simple things like that, like say like, oh, because I guess he didn't like the way coach was moving with me. I guess he thought that coach was being too easy on me.
Yeah. Little favoritism or something.
Yeah, I guess he didn't like that. Like that's your problem. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You tell me to dive on. You don't have to tell me to dive. I'm diving for the ball. Like I'm giving up my body for this ball. So cut me some slack, bro. But he was on me. Like he just had something against me. I could tell it.
Man. It's like he was trying to get into you mentally to affect your game or something, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, like for no reason. Like I don't do well with people shouting in my face. Like you don't have to come and shout. Like even like we're having a bad practice. Everybody is like, you know, lazy, moving around, sluggish. All these other players, you leave all these, but maybe you were trying to pull something heavier out than me. But I just didn't like how he was approaching it.
Yeah. Did he ever you know, kind of pull you to the side like in a practice or something and explain to you like, hey, you know, this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing?
Not once. Not once. And you could tell when somebody is trying to pull something out to you or when somebody's trying to destroy you.
Right.
You could tell, like you could tell, you could feel it. Because when a coach tell me something, even if he did it like when like did it the opposite way of how he should, you can understand what coach is saying. Like, oh well, okay, I got you, coach. I understand what you're saying. I got you. But this guy was just coming like, you need to do you. Take it easy. This is we're not even on a game. This is practice. Take it easy.
Yeah. You know, usually coaches be on the same page too at the same time, but
yeah, but like he like even like when we used to have our one-on-one. I think that's what happened one day because like we used to have one-on-one workouts like because I was trying to work out like so I was like, coach, will you pass the ball to me when after my next class? And he said, yeah, sure. And that'll turn into him trying to demean me and oh well you're not. Use your legs more, and you're not doing this, and I don't even know why I'm in here throwing this ball to you. You could do this by yourself. Come on, man.
Jeez.
You're killing the vibes.
Yeah.
Most
terrible,
coaches,
man.
most coaches, if they had good intentions, like whether the season is over and regardless of how you did, good or bad, they would come and explain to you, hey.
He never once explained to me why he was doing it, not once.
Yeah,
my coach would. My coach was like, coach, because even like there were games, he's like, well, I think I'm like, coach would come and tell me, I think I'm gonna sit you this game and play. I'm like, he could see like I'm getting like I was getting mad because I don't like missing games. I like playing basketball. I don't want to miss no games.
Right.
And so one day I got brave and I was like, coach, I don't want to know why. Like, is it because I'm hurt? Am I not playing right? He's like, so you think you could play? You think you want to play in this game? Yeah, coach, what do you mean? I want to play in every game we play. I don't want to miss any games. I'm not hurt. I give us a good chance to win. And that's all he said. That's all I wanted you to say. I want you to have that kind of confidence.
Smart coach, man. No wonder a lot of people listen to him, man. He does, those
Don Meyer. Don Meyer. I love that. Like rest in peace. I love that man. Like I love that man. He was a genius. I've never seen him miss a free throw ever. Even just
Wow.
walking up to the free throw line, I've never seen him miss a free throw.
Man.
And then the Steph Curry on. Steph Curry hit 98 in a row.
Listen, and he was left-handed too. Like he had such and like the way I learned the way I had to relearn how to shoot. We started with the shot progression.
Mm-hmm.
You stand right in front of the rim. You make two clean. You step back one step. You make two more clean. Step back another step. Make two more clean, and then that's how you don't count the ones that hit the rim.
Yeah.
And I think that's like how I learned how to shoot a little better. Like even in Kentucky, like I tell any kid that's playing ball right now, find some place where they play what's that sport called where they without the backboard?
Net ball.
Netball, yeah.
Netball. Any kid playing right now, like if you could find a netball court, go there and start practicing shooting. If you want to be a better shooter, shoot without a backboard. If you could make those, the backboard and make the rim look like an ocean. Trust me.
That's true. So you played all 4 years at that college?
No, like okay, so I redshirted a year, then I played a year, and I ended up coming to visit my sister. Like we talked about earlier, I came to visit my sister, and my coach had just gave me to talk about being responsible, and you have everything ahead of you now. Be responsible. And I came up here and I met somebody and ended up getting her pregnant, and I had to come back to school to tell my coach this.
Mm.
So like that was hard for me. Like I was like, oh man, I don't even know how I'm gonna tell my coach. Like he just told me to be responsible, and now I gotta come back and tell him I got his girl pregnant. So I come back, like I went back and coach wasn't there, but the assistant coach was there. So I was like, Coach Shelton, I need to talk to coach. He's like, why? I was like, I just need to talk to coach. He's like, what's going on? I was like, well, I got somebody pregnant and I don't know what to do. Like, I might have to leave school. Like, I don't want to go without being around my child.
Yeah.
So my coach was like, well, he was like, he wasn't having it. He was like, oh, you would make a stupid mistake. What do you mean stupid mistake?
Man.
It's life, dude. Like, you would mean a stupid mistake. Like, is there any way I could call coach and talk to coach? He's like, well, I'll have him call you. So I was like, you know what? I'll be back. And I left, and I never went back. Like I just left school. I just left school. Because I was tired of him. Like and at that point, I had all this built up on my shoulders. Like I was already starting to get tired. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna take a break. And I told coach, like I finally got a hold of coach. Like, coach, I think I'm gonna take a break because I still had years of eligibility. So I was like, you know what, I'll take a break. So I come back home, and when I came back home, like I started to feel myself. I started to get back into myself, and I was around my mom, and around my little brother, and I was around friends and family. So I started to feel a little better about everything. And then I think the next year, my one of my teammates, he ended up being a coach. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I was about to call coach, but what are you doing? He's like, well, come play for me. Okay. Small teammate. Like, I'm proud of my teammate. Like, I want to go with my teammate. So I went with my teammate, and it was Piedmont College in Georgia. And I think I ended up playing against Khalid Greenaway a couple of times.
Khalid Greenaway, okay.
And like I think it was after that, like I talked to my coach again, and they were like, well, I don't know what to do for you. So like we don't have any more scholarships. This is back at Lipscomb. We don't have any more scholarships. And I was like, well, I don't want to take out any student loans or anything.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. And then I had a friend call me, and he was playing overseas, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to come and try out for this team?" Sure, that sounds like a grand idea.
Yeah.
And I go on tryout, and I end up hunting myself. And I just one day I wake up and I was like, you know what? Oh no, I'm skipping stuff like that. I'm leaving stuff out like a big part that I'm missing. I'm leaving out, but
Yeah. That's
I
cool.
just I just wanted to like I didn't I stopped loving the game. Like I'd stopped loving the game because like we had a chance to play against. This is my last game. We had a chance. We had a chance to play against Garden Webb in a tournament. And when I went to this school, it was a decent school. We had decent players, but like we have a chance to beat the team that we're playing right now. And these dudes are talking about what are we gonna do on spring break? What do you mean spring break? We don't have a spring break. We're still playing ball right now. What do you mean? We don't.
Yeah.
You don't need to start talking about no spring break right now. We still got. We got Garden Webb coming up next. We could beat this team in front of us. And they were like, they had already given up. Like I think I scored like 35 or 36 in that game, and we have still lost. And like I gave up too. Like I went back to the dorm room. I packed all my stuff. And I just left. I didn't tell anybody. I just left. And then my sister I got hold of my sister, and I came up here, and I was going through depression at that time because like the thing that I love the most, I stopped loving because of all this stuff from Kentucky and all this
Yeah.
pressure and all this other stuff. I got to stop loving the game. And if anybody know me, like I love basketball. If you know me,
Right.
like that was my thing. I love that game. Like I would be on there 20 hours out of 24 hours if I had a chance to. I'd be on the court 24 hours out of 24 hours. So like with all that, like all on my shoulders, like I just like for a while I just felt like I needed a break. And I would miss like at that point, like I was missing my daughter because I was like she wasn't in my life. And like that was my biggest thing. She was my biggest thing. Like I needed her in my life. And like I finally get over that like when I get my daughter back in my life. Like I finally had beat that because I was going through depression for a long time. That's why nobody was hearing from me. Because my mama called me and she'd be like they want you to come and try for
National team.
the national team, and I think yeah, and I would ignore my mom too, 'cause, like it was that heavy for me. Like I was ignoring everybody. Dread. My sister didn't know what was going on with me because I wasn't telling her anything.
Yeah.
Even though like she's probably just hearing this right now.
For the first time? Wow.
Yeah, Dread.
And that's
I keep that for a long like I've been moving around with that for a long time.
and that's one thing as young black men, and to add on to it, black men coming out of the Caribbean, we tend to carry everything on our shoulders. You know, we don't want to share, open up. You know, share
Yeah,
our
that's
emotions, share our feelings, nothing.
please share, please if you're a student athlete and you have something going on, talk to somebody, please. Talk to
Yeah.
somebody. Don't hold on to it at all. You have to talk to somebody.
That's true. That's very
I
true.
don't care if it's a cousin, if it's a friend, talk to somebody. Let them know what's going on with you. Don't hold that in because
Now,
it'll start to eat away your foundation for sure.
Yeah, it could destroy you.
and you don't have to answer
Yeah.
any questions related to depression. So, like, how did depression affect your everyday life? Like, how did it affect you? Because depression affect
I
everybody.
wasn't yeah, I wasn't I was staying I was more I don't know, I can't say standoffish. I was just falling into myself, if you understand what I mean. Like I would just stay into myself and
Yeah, just you.
I started to pick up little reckless behaviors. Like I was drinking and going out all the time, and like there's something I wasn't doing before. Like I back home, like we would go out once in a while and drink, like, but that's our culture. But like it started to get to where we're getting bad,
Right.
like real bad. I was kicking it like without kicking it with drug dealers and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, man. So like I had to. As soon as but what was crazy? As soon as my daughter pop like come in my life, everything melted away. Like I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything.
It's like she
And now
saved you.
my son, yeah, for sure. Like I tell her right now, she's
Saved
my
you.
heir. Like she's my heir.
You have a. It seemed
And now
like
my son,
you had a sense. Now you have a sense of purpose.
for sure, for sure. And like my son now, like he intrigued with sports. Like he want to play. Like I love basketball, Dad. Can we watch football, Dad? 5 years old. So
It's
like yeah,
lovely. It's
I
lovely.
know. I know he into hearts and stuff. He see a diagram of heart. I know he watch a whole documentary on a heart surgery. So
Wow.
like do that. That's what I want you to do. You
That's
do that.
lovely, man. That's
Maybe you
lovely.
could fix that if that got bad.
That's lovely. We have a viewer question. I'll get to the viewer question. I wanted to ask you this: when you got hurt, what was your injury?
My back. I went up
Oh,
for a layup. No, it wasn't even a layup. I went up for a rebound. And Pang, how we used to slap the ball, right?
Yeah.
We grab rebound. We ask Bogus. When we slap the ball, we screaming. So like, guess the dude get tired of that. So I go for a rebound, and when they do the little drop the shoulder by you,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I come down on my back dread.
That's tough. That's tough. So we got a question here from Kerry Ann Shepherd. What country/team did you try out for? Try out for overseas?
It was a Turkish team.
Mm, good league. So, well, so now I want to rewind a little. I want to rewind a little bit. When you your last stop in college before you walked away, was your daughter born yet, or she wasn't born yet?
She was already two.
She was already okay.
She was already
Okay.
two, but like man, like I was doing too much, and I was trying to play like I was a girl. So I was doing too much, and then end up losing contact with her mom. And I'm like, I feel like I didn't try hard enough to get contact with her again.
Yeah.
So like in a sense, like I don't want to say like I did emotional suicide to myself. I don't like using like the suicide word, but like that's what I did. Like I kind
Yeah.
of set myself up for everything that happened.
Oh, okay, I
But I
got you.
just wasn't I wasn't strong. Like I wasn't strong enough at that point. I was already weak. But I wasn't telling anybody anything. I was already weak.
Man. So you going through this rough time at a young age. Uh, who was kind of like your support system, if you had any?
Like I said, my sister or my like when I was going to Kentucky, my sister or my support system. Even when I went in college, she would send me little care packages, little boxes and stuff with Tom Brown ball and stuff like that. So
Nice.
kind of that home thing will bring me back, and then the next day, oh, back to this again. Oh, here we go with this. Oh, well, you gonna call me that again? So that's like for a long time I was salty. Like even though when they had a couple journalists try to get me to come back to Kentucky to do a little whatever they wanted to do, and like I wouldn't do it. I just didn't want I don't want to go back there. I don't like even though like they erasing like they already erased most of what I did in Kentucky.
Right.
Because a lot of when I said I did track, like a lot of people like I had the state record of my first jump ever in track. I never did track before. The track coach in St. Croix trying to get me to run track, and I never. But like my first jump ever, I had the long jump record, but because I didn't know how to land, I fall back on my tail, and they marked me from there.
They mark you for what?
They mark it from where I'd land, from where I fall.
Gotcha.
So I didn't like I did like and then my coach was tripping because I still had our high school record. My high school record, I still had the high school record even after that. I know that's gone. Like they took that down. All like any record I put up in Kentucky, Grace County, they took that down.
Jeez, man,
They
that's
took it
crazy,
down.
bro.
Not nobody beat it out or not. They took it
Nobody
down.
beat it. Nobody even beat my record. They just took it down.
Yeah. That sucks.
Like and it was recent too. It was a recent because like I think I was showing my sister or like I think my daughter. I was showing them. Oh look at here's my name, long jump record. It was like 20 feet something, and gone. Ain't there anymore.
Wow. That could be heart wrenching for a young kid, to see his jersey not there anymore, like can't be retired because they don't want to honor you, and even after
Yeah,
everything
Dre.
you did for the community, because you like you said, you came to restore the program, and regard them as they had like if you were black or not, you contributed to the program being changed. So
Yeah, Dre.
they did you wrong at that, and like we're in a different age now, so they should be able to realize that and do something for you and put that jersey back up.
Nah, they could keep it. I ain't salty over it. This right here, this platform right here, this right here
Mm-hmm.
is 1,000 times better than what they could do from anything for me. This
Respect,
platform
respect,
right
bro.
here.
Facts, respect.
Somebody's asking how old is your daughter?
Yeah.
She
Question
is
from Zoro.
20. She's 20 years old right now. Yeah, Z.
Yeah, Zoro. That's a question from Zoro.
She's a 2000 baby. She was a 2000 baby.
Oh wow, she's definitely 20 20 years ago.
Good night, Sandu. Good night. Blessings. Blessings, Sandu.
Big up, Pep.
So
Man.
after what you've been through, did you ever fall back in love with basketball, or you kind of pretty much stayed away up until this moment?
My nephew and them, like my nephew and them, they'll they'll get me out the house for sure.
Okay.
Like I still love basketball, but like the love like that I can't go without a day without playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
That like it fall off for me, Dred, because like anybody could tell you like I go play ball at 5 o'clock in the morning, come home, then go to the beach or go ask Bogus, and then we go Big Doc down in Frederickstead, and then later on in the afternoon, I then Princess Court or someplace in West, someplace playing ball. Couldn't keep me off the court, and like for me to lose the love like that, like it was a lot. Like I was going through a lot, and I just wasn't telling anybody. And like for any kid, any student athlete watching this, make sure you have somebody you could talk to. Somebody you could tell what you feeling and going through. Like me, I used to keep things to myself a lot. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I keep things to myself too. You're right about that.
At this point in college now, because you did your last 2 years of high school in Babylon, you did college in Babylon. Like at what point that when you were going through this, are you still at this point missing home? Like you want to go home? You like
yeah,
man.
yeah, I've been missing home. All of like, hold on.
Yeah. Do your thing.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, the whole time I was missing home. The whole time. Like from the day I leave St. Croix until my last day in college, like I was missing home because like I said earlier, like I would have rather come back home and finish playing ball with the people I grew up playing ball with.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why like not playing for Central or Complex or like that was one of my sorest spots in my life, because these are all the kids like I idolize you as a basketball player, you understand? And I idolize a lot of the people we grew up with playing ball. Like Even though we never used to say it to each other, like I always respected everybody I played ball with. Even Toussaint, I like Toussaint. I used to love Toussaint game.
So it's nice.
Toussaint Rich, I used to love his game.
Right.
I used to give him hell. I used to give him hell, boy. I used to love his game. I used to talk a lot of crap to him, but I used to get like I love his game. He was just smooth, Dread. So
He was.
like, see, that's one of my nephew and I'm right there talking.
Yeah.
Bushki 22, big up your chest.
Yeah, big up Bushki, big up. Yeah,
Even
'cause
Machu Ogaro, Machu Ogaro. That was one of my little dogs too.
Machu Ogaro.
Man.
The name Ogaro sounds so familiar, but not Machu. Who is that?
Yeah, man. You play. Butters, I love you, Butters. Rest in peace, Butters. For sure. When I see you again, we're gonna shoot for sure.
Because you didn't even still get a chance to read.
What Kasim? I got questions. What anybody see Kasim?
Kasim home.
What's that? I'm sorry.
No, you good. Kasim home.
He does sing. Corey, you would have to ask Bo or somebody like that for Kasim. Who does still see Kasim live Grove?
Kasim, stop hiding. Kasim, stop hiding from me.
Yeah,
Kasim, I said stop hiding before I show up by his door.
Jawme say he see was it today? I think he said all in the chat. He said he see today. So that's somebody I've been trying to get in contact with Kasim and Terry. So hopefully, if Jawme see them again.
Yeah, tell my dog I love him, son. That's my dog. Tell my dog I love him.
Yeah. Jawme, pass on a message.
What Terry there? Tell Terry that. Where Terry there?
Yeah.
Terry's home.
Why, Miss? What? I gotta come home soon.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, just say Jawme said Kasim live Grove. Kasim don't come out of Grove.
Yeah. Jawme see them today, he said. It was today. He see Kasim and Terry today. He see them.
Pick up Jawme.
When me and Tegan were leaving west from after the beach run and hanging out in Wim on the court, I saw Terry sitting on a botanical garden.
Yeah, that's where it'll be.
Entrance. I saw him, but Tegan didn't see him, so we didn't stop. I was trying to get him to stop, but we were trying to get back up to get something to eat, and so we could make it to the podcast in time. So we were hungry and we didn't stop because the podcasts were coming up, and we ain't really had the time to stop.
Yeah,
but that's one man. The next time I touch down and St. Croix, I gotta go and talk to. I go pull over.
Terry?
Yeah, I gotta heal my boy up.
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure, Jed.
Good dude.
But tell us some of the things them that like some of your hanging around Bo. Like what Bo mean to you? Like tell us what Bo mean to you.
What Bo mean the same thing he mean to you, punk. Bo mean like Bo. It's Bo, Jed. I kind of like. There's so much things I could say about, but it's Bo, Dread. Like that man, like the love that man used to show us, Dread. The tutelage that man used to give us, Dread. Like Bo, like you can't. Ain't no price for that. Like you can't. That's priceless. What Bo used to do for us, Dread.
Right.
For sure. Like Bo instrumental in a lot of kids' lives, Dread.
That's true.
And he's still doing it. Still doing the same.
Still doing it. Like Bo, like. That's why I was so happy to see Bo on here. Like Bo, I love that man, Dread. Like Bo, Basic, Iceman, Mac, like anybody I ever come across in my life. Like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seriously.
Right. We all feel the same way, man. Like we had so much people like looking out for us growing up.
Dread.
We have like a shortage of coaches and looking out for the kids now, and partly a lot to do with it is I don't want to say life is sweeter in Babylon, but there's more opportunities in Babylon. So
there's more opportunity.
Right. So a lot of us who left home haven't came back, like moved back home. Because we started our life out here in college. For some of us who didn't get to overseas, and so we started a life here to give our kids
Yeah, for sure.
opportunities that we didn't have. But we need a lot more of us, from our generation to come back home and do the type of things where the people like Bow, the people like Miller, VLA, Mac, Zorro, like the what they
Yeah,
what they did for us. You know what I'm saying? To bring us along.
for
So
sure. For
there's a
sure.
gap. There's a gap there in that.
That's what
Go ahead.
that's what my mom been talking to me about. Like she's like, so when you coming back? I was like, well, I can't leave my son. I got a 5-year-old and I can't leave him. Like I can't leave him. So if he coming with me and my daughter coming with me, we'll be down there tomorrow for sure.
Right.
But like I want them there with me. Like that's my one thing in this life. I want my kids with me for sure.
Yeah.
Have your
I-
kids
So,
ever
like-
been to St.
I
Croix?
like- No, Dre. So we walking on that right now.
That'd be
for sure.
lovely. Definitely
We
be
working
lovely.
on it right now.
You back
Like,
Like we working on it right now.
get some of that cheap ticket from Spirit.
Who? Flying Spirit.
Man coming from Alaska, brother. That's me. You got to be comfortable, man. You gotta be nice.
Yeah. I
That's
come
a long
all the way
flight.
from Alaska, Dre.
Yeah,
I might be a
that's
spirit by the time I make it down.
like a 2-day trip. That's like a 2-day trip or something.
Hey.
That's like a 2-day trip.
Yeah, man, cause it'll take like 18 hours to get from here to Miami.
Jeez. Yeah,
18
see,
hours?
so that's a 2-day trip
Like-
for sure.
But like that's counting. That's if it's a straight flight, it'll probably be like 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours if it's a straight flight.
Okay.
But like that's counting stopping in this airport and so that's a long ride.
Yeah, layovers and all kind of stuff. Yeah, that's tough. That's rough. That's a
Yeah.
rough travel. Yeah, that's a rough travel.
But yeah,
Which-
I was just telling my daughter right there that we're working on it right now to come down there. But like I want to come down there when I could link up with everybody. Like I want to link with everybody.
So that's the game plan, Jomo. We definitely gonna work something where a lot of us be home at the same time, like some type of reunion, central players,
Yeah,
top
Dread.
players, like some type of reunion where we just make it an event. It could be
Yeah,
for
Dread.
celebration for someone, one individual or 2, 3, 4, or all the individual them that we could celebrate at the same time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Something. Cause
And like that's what bothered me too, because like I feel like I don't have a place because I left the island when we were about to come into something like cause we'd have been something crazy if I get to say that.
right.
We'd have been something crazy if I get to say that. And then Kentucky, like I really don't care. I don't care. Like so Kentucky's like over there and like I ain't even get to play with my people over here. So like sometimes I just feel like lost. Like, oh man, I ain't get to play with my dog, and then when I come into my own, I ain't get to play with. So
Yeah.
You definitely got place with us because you is definitely not a forgotten soldier. We could never forget you. And I know I have some personal memories with you, so I definitely could never forget you. So you
Puerto
definitely
Rico.
got place in the VI. You always will have a place in the VI. Always.
For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Always. Your name will never be forgotten because you got T-Gun, you got myself, you got Bogus, you got Dowa, you got Kasim, you got Sport, you got Terry,
Son.
you got Bo, Tyrone. Like people who know what you
Bola,
did.
yeah, the man. Bola, Pizai, BC, Ed Wapo Gonzalez. I love
Yes,
you, Eddie Gonzalez. BC brother, I love the man.
Even he used to give some. Eddie went what school? Eddie went to private school.
He went to a private school.
I want to say Good Hope or Manor
Where Eddie was
School.
going?
Yeah, he
I can't
definitely
remember
went
where
to a
Eddie was
private
going.
school.
Yeah, you were going to a private school. Ed
I
Wapo.
He was
Yeah,
the
Wapo.
only good player in his school, my son.
Yeah, Ed Wapo.
He was-
So, Jomo, we got a question from Zorro. He wants to know what you're doing in Alaska, and then we got a question from KJ. Kami,
Well, right. I had to work. I had to do traffic control. So any place in Alaska where they need like traffic signs and road shut down and stuff. That's why I had to supervise crews for doing that.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's nice. And then Kev Kami, he asks how the hell you wind up in Alaska. And
My
decided
sister
to stay here.
My sister tricked me into coming up here in the summertime, Dread. I come up here in the summertime. Kev, you already see how I look in the summertime. So, like, the water blue, it's nice and hot. You seeing all these weird animals you never see before. So, I like the scenery is what make me stick here because, like, I had fallen in love with the place. And then I guess I grew roots here.
So you have a sister that live up there with you?
Yeah, my older sister, air traffic, and well, she just retired this year.
Now, is this the same sister that was looking
Yeah,
up?
yeah, yeah. That will come and fly around. Yeah, that's like we were like she was my mom when my mom wasn't around. That's all. It was like that. It was my.
Yeah, man. Congrats on her
Hey,
retirement.
you ain't doing your
man.
homework. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. Get over here and do this. Okay, I'm coming now.
What's your sister name?
Charmaine Timmons.
Oh, you did say that. You said that about 20 times. I don't know how I could forget. Well, we would like to
You
give
call
Sean
it? Do I know Eskimo?
That's Zorro. That's Zorro.
Bless up, Z.
Well, we would like to give your sister Charmaine a shout out for definitely keeping you in line and
yeah, man. When people like she
her young adulthood to be the mother figure that you need when your mother wasn't around,
sure.
and making sure that you do the right things to become
don't get wrong. Like my mom wasn't wrong. It's just she didn't have time to, so I would just like I'll just go over here real quick. Mom ain't gonna see me. That's
yeah.
Well, everybody like my mother. My mother, she got the food truck in Water God, so that's who my mom is.
Yeah.
I think I just see that food truck when I was down there. I actually get to see Sean over there.
Yeah. Oh God, that's my dog.
Yeah, got to see Sean.
That's who give me that. That's who give me that name. That's who give me that name. King Dread.
For real?
Yeah, the man. That's who give me that name.
Yeah, I ain't see that. I ain't see him in a long time, and even
yeah,
Sean,
Dread.
Them man used to be driving around, going to every court.
The man instrumental. Kino and Sean instrumental, Dread.
Right.
Big up Kino and Sean for real. I love Ayo, Dread.
Yeah, big up to them, man.
So much people like it. So much people I want to say thank you to, Dread. For real. I wouldn't have been half of who I was. I wouldn't have been half of who I was because of them. How about you? I love you. How about you? How about you? Love everybody in there. Cause like it was family. Cause you couldn't go and do something over here without somebody telling, hey, don't do that or go home or something. Like it was family in that place for real.
That's love, man. That's love. You
wouldn't remember this. I had a run in with you before the basketball started for us. Frenchie got a cousin that live in Harborview. Jackie, Monique them. Jackie, I think on Facebook she said Jackie name is Jackie.
Jackie and them?
Yeah. I used to come up there with Frenchie uncle kids. I used to come up there and hang out in the summertime. I had the only person I had known that time was Canan. I don't even know if Canan would remember this, but because I think Canan I live close to them, and he used to be by their house like all the time. And
Canan, yeah, Canan live close to them.
I would be up there every day.
Canan.
And this was I was young. I maybe was like 10 or 11 at the time.
Oh yeah, man. Oh
this
yeah.
This is before I even pick up a basketball. So, but I also remember seeing you in Harborview. I used to see you every day in Harborview, but just didn't know you at the time. You know what I mean? I used to see
Yeah,
you.
we were all over the place.
I even think Dowa had lived on Jackie them building too, if I ain't mistaken.
Doa and them Doa live by the basketball court in the yellow building.
It was a building in front of Jackie them, and then the basketball court. As far as
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. I just remember because I used to. It was the summertime. I used to come there every day to hang out, but it wasn't with Frenchie. It was with his cousin them. Because I was
Yeah,
just always close with Frenchie family and like we like one big family. Honestly,
for
but
sure.
I used to go everywhere with them. Everywhere they used to take me everywhere, and so we used to come up there and hang out every day. And so, but Cannon was the only like dude that I had no. In I don't even know if he
Yeah, man.
remember.
Big up Canan for sure. Big up Canan.
Yeah, man. If you want to give some more shout outs to anybody, man, Jomo, man, you free, man. You know, definitely,
What?
man.
Okay, Zaba. Big up Zaba. Big up Zaba for sure. Big up Zaba. Bugs, big up. If I forget your name, if I ain't say your name, send me a message in my messenger. Son. Love, always. Love St. Croix. Love Harbor View. Grove. Harrigan. Any place in St. Croix, if I ever play ball, come across you in life. Thank you because you're the reason why I had anything to do with basketball. For sure.
Bear just remind me of when you used to come Lorraine and play ball after school.
Yeah, the man.
I even forget you do
That's
that.
why I used to move around because I used to like basketball my thing. So I like any place they playing ball, I showing up. Like I come in. Don't tell me to show up on your court and you don't be there because I go be vexed.
So give me some of them experience. Like what's your most memorable quote? My bad, Mumba. You got
No, you good.
My most memorable court?
yeah. Just pick up ball.
Man. It gotta be my home court for sure. Like, cause that's where I'll start. It's gotta be my home court. It gotta be my home court. And then Shabbat because I used to run the beach to go play ball on Shabbat in the morning or whenever we had game.
Mm-hmm.
So like home court for sure. And the top court, bogus. Matthew, anybody remember top court in Harbor View? That's why I learned to dunk. So like top court in Harbor View for sure. Anybody could be Sean Kemp. Anybody could have been Sean Kemp.
You remember that trip we went on to St. Thomas?
With Frenchie?
Yeah, no, was Frenchie on that trip?
I think Frenchie on that trip, Dread.
We played in Griffin Park. And
yeah,
Frenchie
right by the waterfront.
Yeah, right by the waterfront, and they had to stop you and Cassie from dunking because I was breaking on the rim. Hey, we there, and we were young at that time. We were still
we were young. We were young.
Like 15. Maybe,
we were real young.
15 at the time. And
we were real young, Dre.
We took Kappa and Coffee with we. They were the two young boys on the trip.
Kappa Flow and Coffee.
Yeah, they were the two young boys on the trip. And we walking. We left the dorms because we were staying in UVA, and we left the dorms and walked down the hill to go tongue.
I remember all that.
we going down like an alley, my son, and we
hey,
to
dark alley, Dre.
And we see my son a bunch of man right there like by the alley, my son. You want to see what
That's funny.
But guess what we end
bunch
up?
Of kids coming out. Yeah, man.
Guess what we end up, Mumba?
Where?
Oh God.
Strip club. You remember? I remember, Mumba, we 16, 15, 16.
Hey, I just
guess who we see in there?
Oh God.
and we just went walking, remember, with no intentions. We ain't got no destination.
Oh my God.
Guess who we see in the strip club?
Oh God, I nervous to hear this, brother.
Bo, that's what we find Bo. That's what we find Bo. Hey, that's what we find Bo.
Hey.
Bo boss off, because Bo was the coach. Bo was who took me over there.
Pang, you got a good memory, Dread, because I just remember that, Dread.
Pang got good memory for real.
Bo leave we in the dorms to
Hey.
man, but we were so bored in the dorms. I think Bim was on that trip with we.
I believe Bim on that trip too, Dread.
You remember? I don't know if it was me
Yo.
and you. I don't remember if it was me and you, but you remember Bim had some wicked cramps, and we had to rub out the cramps from the back of his leg. Dude, when I tell you, it's so awkward, mama, because he cramps them that they're high, too close to his bum cheeks. I mean,
Yeah.
But
above his knees, Dread.
The son, my boy, tears were coming to this my eye, my son. So, man, I feel so bad for him, my son. We had to rub out.
Wow.
Rub out. He cramped, my son. That was so awkward, my son. But we had to do what we had to do for our boy, man. Our boy was in pain.
For sure, God, we were handing it to them too, for sure.
Right. We gave Rock the business. Any team that they bring to us, we gave.
Yeah, they got the business for sure.
It wasn't nobody close. Nobody. No team.
Sorry, guys in Rock, but we were just we were giving y'all the business. We were giving y'all the business. I dare want y'all to show up and say we wasn't.
Yeah, we at that age there we got. Only person I remember I saw them later on was Boo Boo. That's the only person I remember. Boo Boo and Raheem.
Yeah, I remember Raheem.
Once Complex start, Raheem was on Chicken Hawks. He and Boo Boo was on Chicken Hawks, and them man is the only two man I remember from that league there. From that tournament. It was a tournament by Dolphin. Was it Dolphin Airline? It was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, airline Seaboard or somebody.
Seaboard. It was Seaboard.
Yeah, Seaboard. Because we fly over in the seaplane.
I remember all of that.
Yeah, we fly over in the seaplane. So the whole trip was paid by Seaboard, the airlines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Bo put that team together.
It was nice. That Bo. Once again, Bo.
Right.
Like once again, Bo. Bo getting us exposure, Dread.
Right. Big up to Bo, man. Big up to Bo.
For sure.
And we had a young team to build a young team, and we went there and just mashed them up, man. That's why
I was come back. That's why I was come back and say like I wish I'd never leave, because I could have do the same thing, or even I might have went a little farther if I'd stay home. Cause I wouldn't have went through all I wouldn't have went through any of that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And even after you went through what you went through, I wish you wasn't going through what you're going through as far as the depression and losing the love, because even for some of us, like the national team helped further our career. You know, like someone like
for sure,
who didn't play overseas. You know, I get to extend my career beyond college and play a few years on the national team, and just keeping the Pang name alive. You know what I mean? So
and that's what's
special for you.
That's what's crazy. Like I like listen. Like it was so crazy because my mama called me. She's like, "Bo, trying to get a hold of you," and I was still going through my war is me phase, and I don't even want to play ball anymore. And like something in the back of my mind is like, call Bo, son. You want to play ball? You want to play ball? But I stubborn as a stubborn. I was stubborn. Like I was real stubborn. So
what was and a real question? Was there like any type of like embarrassment, anything that you were going through that you didn't want to come home or anything like that?
It wasn't so much of embarrassment. It was like I felt like I had let a lot of people down. It wasn't embarrassment. I just felt like I let a lot of people down because a lot of people believe in me. Even like when I wasn't believing in myself, right. That a lot of people believe in me, and I didn't see that until I was playing a pickup game, and I was in Charlotte, and I was playing a pickup game, and like my partner was like, he's like, bro, why are you in here? He's like, why are you even in here? Like he's like, dude, why are you playing in this gym with these rats? For real. He's like, you don't belong here, bro. What are you doing in here? And like I would just mentally, I would like I'd already give up mentally. Like, you know what, I ain't got no time for this, man.
When
Yeah,
you
that's
hear
tough, man.
when
That's
you
tough.
hear that from somebody off the street, that's when you know you got something missing because
Yeah, man. Like he would tell me
right,
like, bro, you need to be someplace else, bro. Like you don't need to be in here with these dudes. You outclass all these guys. So why you in here? Because
right.
then like a lot of people ain't get to see the best version of myself. A lot of
Yeah.
people ain't get to see that. Like when I come back home in 2000 and I play in the league, I don't know, like I don't know if I lead the league in 3-point shooting or something. I don't know what I did, but like a lot of people ain't after I left, a lot of people didn't see the best version of me. Because when I left, like I felt like that was the best me that was coming. Because I was
Mm.
still young. I was still like, well, I was 20. I was 23 when I stopped playing. 24 when I stopped playing ball.
Wow,
Yeah,
young.
that's
Young.
definitely young still.
Yeah, that's
I was like, I would just, I don't know, like I know now, but like then I didn't know that, I couldn't figure it out then.
did when you was going through what you was going through, you know, the whole, you know, everything. Did anyone that was there physically try to reach out to you? I know you said your mom,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
sister, but
yeah, for sure.
anybody that was there try to talk to you and help you?
Yeah, like they didn't. I would tell them a different story. I would giving them a different story just to keep them off my back. I didn't want to have
Yeah.
to explain anything to anybody. So I was just giving them like just to keep them away. Like, this is what's going on here. I was just giving them a little different story, but that wasn't a true story. I was struggling
Yeah.
for sure.
Man, I wish
It's
you had
tough.
talked to
It's tough. It's
well,
tough.
Listen, man, like no, I know, like, and I just recently start opening up, like because I was always closed because of Kentucky. Like I closed myself off.
you pop a
And
while.
a lot of people don't understand. They thought I was quiet. Like I ain't quiet. Like why? I don't be that talk crazy. Like so, and
You were low.
so
You were low
I
too.
was loud. So like no, like I started to close myself off and get quiet and went into myself, and like I end up hurting myself by doing that instead of just letting people know how I really feel. Like hey man, I'm not happy here. Because I know if I tell my sister and my mom that they'll get me out of there for sure. But
Yeah.
I made them feel like everything was okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's
And I
tough
didn't
what you
want
went
like
through, man.
I didn't want to be a quit. I didn't want to start something and didn't finish it. I didn't want to be a quit. I didn't want to feel like a quitter. So like you know what, I'm gonna see this through. But it was doing me damage seeing it through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
How is
true.
the temperature in Alaska like after the election and everything? Like how is that going?
Temperature as well.
No, as far as
People are people are real temperature.
people.
Like you got like with any place you get you got your Trumpers and your normal people. I know no that's not the way you say it, but
That's the perfect way to say it. That's the perfect way.
so like
Any
I had a couple instances. I had like 2 instances up here, and I did up here what 16, 17 years now, and I had a couple instances up here, and in 2 years I had over tenfold in Kentucky.
in
So
2 years.
it was heavy in Kentucky. It was
Hmm.
heavy. Where you have young kids like 5, 6 year olds calling like ready to call you that.
Yeah.
So it was heavy.
Not bad, man.
It was terrible. I don't wish that I don't wish that anybody like any kid watching this or any kid whoever get a chance to watch this, make sure like you tell you let your family know what's going on and like how you feel. Don't hold it in. Make sure you talk to somebody and let them know for sure.
So why
It's
do
important.
black
It's
people
important.
still go to Kentucky to live? Like if that's still
Why
happening.
do people? I don't
Yes.
know. Then like they're stuck in 1950 because like they thought we lived in grass huts. They thought like I was this is like I was being ignorant with them too. Like, oh yeah, I had to ride a horse to school, and I live in a
So,
coconut tree, and to get
but
on,
real,
I had to climb a rope down to get on.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
real
Like
talk
they
though,
really thought.
in real talk, I believe you don't used to ride horse to school, yes.
Don't mock you on them dreads.
Hey, honestly, honestly, ain't unusual to see somebody ride up in a horse to school,
Don't mock you on them.
especially girls'
But this
school.
is
I think I used to see that every day in
yeah, it
elementary.
should be hard. You should be hard. Them I used to raise hostel school for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But go ahead. I just wanted to choke that in. I
No,
wouldn't bet
no,
myself
no, no,
on
you
horse.
good. But yeah, like they thought we live in grass huts. Like they really thought we live in grass huts, and they really thought like I couldn't speak English.
Mm.
The only thing that was cool, like there were some people were like, oh man, we thought you were gonna have dreads on your head. We thought you were gonna have be a rasta. That's what we
Mm.
were expecting, and then I come there with a bald head.
So
Yeah.
why did you cut your hair? Was that
My
part of the
mom, my mom, she was like, they're gonna judge you by your hair. I was like, Mom, they're gonna judge me regardless. So let me keep my hair. No, cut it. Okay, cut my hair.
I thought that was part of the requirements of your contract.
And like yeah, like you, if you wasn't if you really wasn't an athlete, like you really like you'll get passed by. Like they like you were nobody if you wasn't an athlete. Like the only thing that kept me away from most of that shit from most of that is because I was being a super athlete because like I was trying to keep myself away from being in general
Standing up,
public
right?
by being in sports.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you I run cross country, I really run cross like I that and that helped me on the basketball court because we were running for cross country was a 5Ks and stuff like that,
Oh, 5K.
and that was just for practice.
I will
So
tell
like
you.
when I get on the basketball court, I was just running by everybody because I had to win.
Yeah. Do you still keep in contact with your foster family, host family,
For
whatever you
sure.
want to?
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. For sure. For sure. Like
Did
I love them to the end of the earth because like they kind of kept me even keel when my family wasn't around, but they couldn't protect me from everything.
did have they ever visited the Virgin Islands?
No, no,
No.
I've been saying I've been trying to talk them into it for years now.
Hmm.
When,
Well, you
when you
gotta
was
get them.
living when you was living with them, did they kind of learn about our culture? Did they ask you a lot of
Yeah, for
questions about?
sure. Yeah,
That's nice. That's
yeah,
that's
for
cool.
sure. Like that's one thing. Like Rick and Kyle, everybody, all of them, they were like, so what's some of your favorite things to eat? I was like, well, nothing that I can say right now you're gonna understand because like for them it's like meat and potatoes,
Yeah,
chicken
yeah.
and potatoes.
Yeah.
Like I was eating like I had put on like 30, 40 pounds in a couple of months
Living with
living in
them.
Kentucky. Yeah, dude,
Wow.
that was I got what? Because I was eating like I was like that because that's what the dad Rick used to call me. He used to call me the human garbage disposal because I was just eating. I was just eating, bro.
How
Eat,
how
eat. Cause
how was it when you first got there? Like, how was you living in somebody else's house? Like, how was that? Like,
it was weird. It was real. Like it was weird. Like I went from smelling nice salt air and mango in the back and all that to smelling
Yeah.
cold and tobacco. Cause that's what all it smells like in Kentucky, tobacco. Cause they have tobacco barns. So that's
Okay.
all it smelled like. It's just tobacco, just everywhere. You go to school, you go into school, kids smell like tobacco because their family own tobacco barns, and so like it was strange, especially like I think the first day when I woke up, like I woke up and I was like, huh, I really am here. got ready to go to school, and I was like, I'm really in this school, and it was just because like of everybody in that school, there was only five black kids, five to come from where I came from, where everybody was black or Puerto Rican or Dominican or had a couple of like one or two white kids in our school. I could name them right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
so it was just a flip. It was just a flip of everything for me. Like one day everything is black, and the next day everything is white, and it was if it ain't white, it ain't right. And that's how I was feeling in Kentucky, because some of the looks people will give you, some of the way they'll talk to you, like don't call me boy. That's one thing like you don't do is call me boy, because they like to do. They'll do that to you, and they'll call you boy.
Yeah.
And like I used to have to stop them. Like, don't call me that. Don't call if you don't call me by my name. Don't call me. Just don't call me boy. Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you have like any one person that's just this same person in school just always testing you?
Yeah. Always. It was like because, and it wasn't that he was that type of way. He was doing it to try and impress friends.
Right.
And then like one day he got brave, and he tried to impress his friends the wrong way, and like I bet he still regret it till this day. Like I guarantee he still regret it till this day, because he tried to impress his friends, and like it didn't go the way he thought it was gonna go.
Yeah.
At all. Like at all. And that's why at all, it didn't go his way.
Sometimes you gotta do, brother. Sometimes people just gotta
like that's when they realize like this dude is he's a warrior. Like he's not gonna go for that. He's not one of them who's gonna be silent and let them do that. Like I wasn't letting them do that, because as soon as they said, they were long. Like, don't say that to me. You won't say that to me.
Yeah, sometimes you got who don't hear will feel. You know what I'm saying?
They'll feel.
Facts.
They will feel.
Facts, yeah.
And like
Facts.
And like it's my brother and them, like my Maki and my brother and them is who met me, like I was able to protect myself that way, because at first I wasn't really a fighter. I didn't want to fight. I didn't try to fight nobody. But Maki and Bim Bim and all them bring that out to me, and like you're gonna defend yourself. You're gonna defend yourself, Jomo. So like if it wasn't for them, I might have let them people push me over in Kentucky Dread.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, Bogus, this Bogus, by the way, man. So Bogus here, man. He listening to you, man, because I know you mentioned Bogus earlier.
For sure, that's my dog.
Yeah, man. You have a unique story, man. It's amazing what you've been through. With a lot of different stuff. With the whole depression and stuff, and the racism and how all that stuff intertwined.
Yeah.
If someone from the Virgin Islands call you to ask you to speak to students or like a team, would you be open to do it? Sharing your story?
With a quickness. If I could help one kid from going through anything, or like learn how to deal with it, I'm bored. Like that's one thing I want to do, is help, like make sure that any of our student athletes that come out here or do anything out here, they have somebody they could talk to, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to, for sure. Like to share my story. Yeah, because like I don't want anybody else to go through this. Like they don't need to go through it. At least if they do, they have somebody they could talk to and feel comfortable enough to talk to.
That's good.
It's true, man. It's true, because it's tough, because when you're a kid, your mindset is not like an adult. So it's like some kids ain't built to handle like what you handle, and they might, some kids commit suicide and stuff like that. And your story really save a lot of kids' lives.
For sure.
So,
because like for me, like I feel like I was a loving person. Like I love people. Like I love being around people, especially having fun with people. Yeah. And for me to go from that to the next day, I gotta defend my honor and defend myself from these people calling me different names and thinking that like I'm the bottom of the barrel. I'm not the bottom of the barrel, and that, like they had to learn that.
Yeah, you're actually the top.
Facts, yeah,
for sure.
So another trip Bo took us on. This time we went to Puerto Rico, and this time we were the young guns. We were the young boys. with Tyrone,
Hey,
Dave, Olo,
Olo.
me, you, Spud. I want to say Kasim and Terry was there.
Kasim and Terry were there.
Yeah.
Cause that's when we were listening to Bounty Killer and Beanie Man Heavy back then, Dread.
Right. And we had those people rocking outside. Someplace we had some Puerto Ricans
Yeah,
rocking
Dread.
outside to the
Yeah,
rhythm.
Dread.
Yeah, so but you remember where Bo had us playing, like the environment?
Yeah, I remember that place. I'll never forget that place. They got the military standing upside this place, Dread. Like this neighborhood, we pull up in this neighborhood and they got military standing up outside with machine guns, and we got drive through here, and then they had that one kid with a giant hole in the back of his head.
Right, you got bullet hole in the back of your head.
I'll never forget that. I think we were in Ponce.
One of them play, I couldn't even tell you, Mr.
Yeah, they said when Ponce. That's when someone said it. Yeah, Ponce. That's the funniest story, brother. That's crazy.
Listen, man, like.
And he run across our bench, Mr. And he did like this, yeah.
I do the gun thing. Hey,
I said to myself,
I was ready to leave, Dread. I was like, look, man, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I remember that, Dread.
Even after that, Mumba, we still went to they had village going on over there at the time. They had like carnival time over there. You remember? And we went to like a Coney Island. We went to you remember we went to like a village type vibes.
Yeah. In Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico.
I can't. I don't know. It was something like a village.
Right. And this is after somebody just give me the gun sign and the coat, man. And we went out to have some fun.
Yeah, Dread.
They out our man said.
We
go ahead.
Go Pang, you good.
No, I was just gonna say we had some fun times, man, Jomo. Fun times. It was a sad day.
Listen, man. It was the Dread. Like that's one of my only regrets. Like that's like one of my only regrets is not being strong enough in myself to be like, Mom, I don't like it out here. Like I should have tell her what was going on, but I didn't want horse sacrifice and bull sacrifice to be in vain. So I try and stick it out. You understand? So like, and I do myself more damage by not saying anything to anybody.
Yeah, we used to always talk and wonder. Hold on there. Go ahead, if you got any questions.
So we got a viewer question here, Jomo from Caribbean Shepherd. After what you've been through, would you recommend parents send their kids to an exchange home in the States to play sports, or what advice would you give in that situation?
Like exchange homes are different. Like so, to be an exchange student, like it's different. If it's a prep school and they're going there for basketball, by all means, yeah, because they'll have people that sit there to work with them and mold them into the environment. But like with me, I was an exchange student, so I didn't have anybody to, hey man, okay, well I just came one day I'm a student in St. Croix, the next day I'm a student in Kentucky. Okay. But like, so if a prep school, you go there, you're in a dorm room, you get to meet the team, you get to work, you got to move around with the team. So it's different being for an exchange student and prep schools. But like, yeah, like as long as that kid, like as long as they have that good supporting background and like they're open with whoever they're around, like their family, as long as they're open with their family, by all means, they like there's experience that like some kids don't get to have.
Yeah.
And like that's why like that was a great experience for me. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't hate the experience. It's a great experience for me, but like it was too heavy for me. It was too heavy of an experience that early and that fast in my life.
Yeah, you didn't really get a chance to really just be a kid and really just enjoy.
Be a kid, yeah,
life. Yeah, man. it make makes you grow up kind of fast, and
Yeah.
that's man, that's tough, man. That's crazy, man. Like I'm speechless with that situation, man. Honestly, that's
Yeah, it was, and
crazy.
that was my fault in a sense because I didn't say anything. Like I should have said, like the first year, the first, like I did try, but like I went the wrong way about it. I try to say, oh well, oh they're searching my room and I don't feel safe here. Like I try to make up some stupid story instead of saying what was real. Instead of
Mhm.
saying, Mom, I don't like it here. I don't feel comfortable here. If I said that, I'm pretty sure my mom wouldn't let me stay there. But again, I didn't want to let anybody down. That was my biggest thing.
Yeah. We have a question here from Bogus. When you used to come home to visit, how hard was it to go back?
It was, trust me, Bogus, it was the hardest thing in life. 'Cause I had come back once from high school and then once after college. And like it was hard. It was hard leaving. Like especially when I come back and see all my boys, like the one from high school when I come back, like I didn't go to college yet. And I was with Bogus, Kasim, Spud. I was with everybody like I had leave. And it was hard. Like I didn't want to leave. Like my mom is like, "You packing your bags yet?" Nope, I ain't packing nothing yet. Mom, take it easy. I still got a few days.
We have a question from Tyrone Alec. How far is the airport from where you stay?
Like 10 minutes, if that. I can see the
Pass through
airport from
Tyrone.
here.
Pass through Tyrone.
Pass through, Tyrone. Stop playing with me. Pass through, Tyrone.
Pass through.
What? I'd be at the airport in seconds, Dread. Trust me.
They got a question from Kerry and Mumba.
Go ahead, ask it. Which one? I'm not. Go ahead and ask it.
You asked that one already with his situation.
Recommend parents send their kids. Is that?
Yeah, you asked that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
already?
yeah,
Oh, okay. That's when I was on the phone. Okay. So
Yeah, like with that question, like like I said, Pang, like it just depends on whether the student athlete is like open with his family and not hold things in. Like you gotta be open. You gotta be able to talk. If you don't feel right in a certain situation, make sure you tell somebody. Tell them. Don't sugarcoat it and make it okay on the outside, but on the inside it falling apart.
yeah. That's important, man. You're right
the,
about
the
that.
one
That's
thing the
important.
one thing
That's
I
true.
could say about this generation, we have a lot of open-mindedness. Like there's a lot of kids out here going through a lot of mental issues, and like kids are just they're finding ways to open up, and being outspoken and dealing with it. We still have a lot of work to go, a lot of ways to go,
Yeah,
but I think kids are more open nowadays with their mental
yeah.
issues. It
Well,
used
but
to
that's
be
coming from our culture. From coming from our culture, like is taboo to talk about your feelings,
right,
Yeah,
and we make it that way. Like we'll talk, but we'll laugh at somebody. Ha ha! You going through this? Like so, it's like in a way, it's kind of taboo to talk about. Like no, please, by all means, if you feel a certain way, speak it for sure.
right.
yeah. It's true. It's true. Kev said he's still waiting on you to visit.
I walk in, boss. If I down the highway, I can't leave the man.
So where is he? And Janu, what's
What
that? How do you pronounce that?
Juno is a capital. That's like about like 4 hours from here.
It's a little
Oh,
drive.
okay.
Yeah, it's in the peninsula, so you gotta drive like and the but like they it's like a rainforest there.
Is there
And
places
when I was supposed to link with no go ahead.
is there places in Alaska, and obviously I get this from a movie, so it could be fiction. Is there places in Alaska when you driving on the road, the moon look like it's straight ahead?
Yeah, boss.
Serious?
Hold on. Where the moon at? Like the moon will be up soon. Like the moon for me, like the moon will be up soon. Like is what 4:30 for us? No, yeah, 4:15. The moon about to come up soon.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
4:15 in the afternoon. The moon about to be up, and the sun just set in.
I remember seeing that in a movie, like the movie finishing and they're driving down a road and the moon just looked like a big white dot at the end of the road, just like they
Yeah,
gonna
boss.
drive and meet the
Yeah,
road.
boss.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but this place, like that's one thing with like this place. Like, there's a million leaks. Like, there's a million leaks or something like that here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 1 million leaks. And some of these lakes, like the water, like crystal clear, like our water back home, Dre.
And we got
But
viewer
still
question.
cool.
We got viewer question here from Andre. Were you told about the possible challenges that you might have faced?
Good question.
It's a very good question for real.
Great question. And Kentucky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Or when I moved there? No. Like I said, like I just when I left the island, I left there. Today I'm in Central because I wasn't sure when I was leaving. So today I'm in Complex, and then I get a phone call that night like, hey man, you're gonna be here in 2 days. What? So I really didn't have time. So I didn't even have time to ease into, oh yeah, you're getting ready to go here. Like, we knew I was gonna leave, but I didn't know, and it was abrupt. So like I just roll with the punches.
All right. So we got another viewer question from is it Lorne?
Lon Christian from Freezing
Long
Bug.
question.
Yeah.
Big up Freezing Bug.
Big up, Lon.
Why you guys think kids from the VI are not interested in sports like we were?
I just think it's the generation. I just think that's what it is. Cause like for us growing up, we were wild kids. We were outside all the time. Like at least that I was outside the house. Like, I was wild. Like I was on the beach. I was breaking coconuts with my elbow, doing all kind of weird, wild stuff as a kid. So for real about it. So like I was trying to emulate all the people that I saw growing up and all the people I respected growing up.
I think Mountain give me the best answer for that. Mountain tell me one time we were talking, and Mountain just said he just feel like basketball is not attractive anymore to the kids. Like it's not attractive to the kids, right? That ain't something that they see and they want to be like, man, I want to play basketball. They don't have the Zoros. They don't have the Tim Duncan, the Tyler Malik, the Mac Haywood, the Bush Haywood. They don't have the Iceman. Iceman,
man.
They don't have the Bullard, the Cobras. You know,
Cobra. Listen. My vex ain't even said that my name. Cobra. Big up Cobra.
Big up Cobra. Big up.
Listen, Cobra. Listen.
They don't have the Sunil, the you know, they don't have the Jeff Merrills, the Lon Christian, you know, they don't have the people that we look up to that just ball was their life.
Man.
They made ball our life. You know what I'm saying? They made the game attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Ball was really life for sure.
Right.
To add on to that too, it's not as much leagues there is as well to add on to what Pang's saying. And also,
we did have a lot of leagues.
Yeah, we had a lot of leagues, and then the new age of social media. You know, kids don't want to be outside. You know, like Jomo, you just said,
they want to be on the phone.
Yeah, you know, so all of that stuff together, you know, it's just, you know, because if there's no leagues, if there's no leagues to play, you're not gonna really play basketball.
Right.
You know,
nah.
If you're gonna stay inside and be on social media and not going outside and play with your friends and pick up basketball, then you're not gonna get interested in the sport too. So it's like so much stuff is just against the youths them. You know? So much, and not making it attractive as well.
Yeah, they got like
tough, man.
Like for me, I was a late bloomer too. So like, I didn't play it. I didn't start playing organized basketball till 13. I didn't really start caring about basketball till I was like 13 or 14. So yeah, like
it's tough,
it comes,
tough.
man.
It's tough.
But
So
yeah, it's that
once
bang,
we get a
boomba.
program, once we get a programs like what Mumba say, I think it will all come back. We
For
just need
sure.
to
Like
make it again. We just need to put stuff in place where get on the radio, let the parents know they got something coming up, and I think
something.
I think people are gonna come out. I think they're gonna bring the kids out. There'll be a way to give the kids something to do where they could get a break. So I think parents will come out and support. We just got to put something out there for them.
yeah. Because if you get a leagues,
Yeah, for
then you're
sure.
gonna make it attractive. If you get a leagues, then you're gonna make it attractive.
Yeah.
So we have a question from
Yes,
Andre.
cause for us, we always had leagues. We had all kinds of leagues going on. We always had leagues going on.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I even remember like the first when I had played in my league, and I'd make the All-Star team or something, and I had a good game, and like there was a tape of me playing in the All-Star game going around Harbor View, and I felt like then I had felt like I had made it. Like, oh man, they got tape of me playing ball, and everybody in the neighborhood wanted that tape. Like I felt like, man,
That give you that confidence, man.
yeah, Dread.
Yeah.
Well, you would have definitely got a lot of that complex when complex are first.
Listen, man, Pang, like I tell you, like I vexed, like I should have just been like, Mom, I don't want to be here anymore. I'll come back home and at least play my senior year, Dread.
I meant to before we ask Andre Titus question. I meant to ask you. So you did have a few months, well, a month or two in complex, and you did get to play football a little bit. How was
Yeah,
that?
I play flag football. Cause we're getting ready to change over.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that
That
for
was
you?
nice. That was nice. Like cause I had played flag football in Elena, and we were dope because we had Adika. Like Adika were playing football. Who else? Rizzo were playing football. Then before we split complex and central, and like that flag football, like that was nice. Like and I love sports. I any sport. I even played volleyball. I know I played volleyball. You know I played volleyball.
too, man.
I played volleyball.
I remember you
Mr.
practice.
Versatile, bro.
Miss Bryson. I played
Yeah,
volleyball.
It's Bryson.
I remember you used to fool around with them man in Central. Like when they would ever
Yeah,
when they
Dre.
would come in the gym, you used to play a little up game with them.
Yeah, Dre. And that's what kind of helped. That's what kind of helped with my hops too, like playing volleyball.
Play volleyball. So, question from Andre: what are some of the things that future students should be prepared for to handle adversity or cultural shock?
Uh, See, that's like I can't. It's hard to say what one person would need before aside from another because like for me it would have been like I needed to talk more. I needed to be open more. So if a student wants to be an exchange student or pursue anything outside being back home, I want you to know like a lot of times you won't get to see family. You won't get to talk to family sometimes because of the time differences and stuff. So like just make sure you have that connection with people and you can always have somebody you could talk to and call if you feel a certain way. If you don't like a certain situation, make sure you call and tell somebody how you feel. And that help you like transition and make sure you have a steady stream of tambourine balls and stuff that you like coming to you.
Yeah,
For sure. For
I
sure. And
I remember
it's not a cure. It's not a cure for like culture shock, but it'll help. It'll
help,
ease you
well,
into it.
yeah, that's
definitely.
true. So,
I remember that helped me and Frenchie in college. Because like I said, when I first come college, I did not like it, and I never used to leave the room. I made a deal with Frenchie, and I tell Frenchie, man, you just sign we in class. Just bring. I'll do both of our homework when you bring home homework. Frenchie mother used to send boxes. Like she would cook and freeze the food, and just
Yeah,
send
my mom used to do the same thing, Fred.
boxes of goodies. And so Frenchie had buck up on this girl, and The girl take it to a pawn shop and buy his TV and microwave and all kind of things. So I I had everything I needed in the room, and I did not have to leave the room. I just used to only when he come and get me to go and play ball. That's it. That's the only time I leave in the room.
Yeah, that's how it was for me for a while. I was staying in my like I used to stay in my room a lot.
Hey, Jomo, I hate to cut this shot. For me, I gotta go and play daddy duties. That's a phone call I get
No,
right
man.
about from my kid's mother. So I gotta go and play daddy duties. But man, this was so good for me. Like I said, this is the first time me and you actually
Fang,
talk.
trust me. I appreciate you there.
It's complex,
For
and I
real, in a
appreciate.
long time.
And I will always say this. I would tell it to anybody in our age bracket. You and Terry was always the best out of all of us. I know my name used to get ring up a lot as the best,
I
but
appreciate that.
I actually look to
Yeah,
you as the
dude,
best.
you were there, dude. Like you, and
I
that's see that's how thing parallel because I used to look at you like you were like I was like, man, I gotta get this dude got game, son. I gotta learn how to play defense like that because you were my I gotta learn how to play D. Like if I play D like this dude, then I'll be a Tyrone or something like for real, Dread.
right,
And
right,
we never get to big up each other enough when we're younger. So like, Pang,
right,
I always love your
right,
game, Dread.
right. And that's another thing. We might not talk bad about each other, but we ain't talking good about each other either. You know what I'm saying?
For
We got
sure,
to we got
for
to show
sure.
more love to each other while we in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Because although we playing
Why we
against
still
each
here for
other,
sure, man.
right? Although we playing against each other when we in high school and we coming up, whenever we go to represent the VI, they always take the best from the team, and that's really when we really get close. You know what I'm saying? That's when we get close with the Benedict Caesars, the
Yeah,
TJs,
for
the
sure.
teams, Bubu, the Akil. You know what I'm saying? We don't, we need to
Yeah,
always have that. You know what I'm saying? And but I love your story. You definitely had a adversity to fight through. Um, but you from the right place, man. We built for this. We built for the adversity. You know what I'm saying? You
for sure.
definitely
And
are
as long
represent,
as I can help one kid, as long as one kid can see this,
and
as
you
long as
will.
one kid can see this and like understand, like communicate and like let your family know what you going through.
Right,
I
right.
I
But
I happy for sure.
you will, because everybody has a unique story, and there's at least one child that gonna tread the same path as you, and they're gonna remember this. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna remember what
For
Jomo
sure.
Dopwell did. They're gonna remember what Jomo Dopwell talked about on this show, and it's gonna help somebody. Trust that. Um, but Mumba, you and Jomo have a good night. I continue chopping it up, and I gonna watch the rest while I driving over by my kids. Then I might chime in a little question here and there, but I leave him, but I ain't leaving. If that make any sense. So
For
but
sure.
good night to all the viewers. Like I always say, there's no us without Ayo. So you keep the questions coming for Jomo. Give a hard time. I need to post some stories too that I might remember of Jomo. Make you feel uncomfortable over there. Good night, man. I love alone,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Love alone, big bro. Love alone, man. Love alone, Pang.
Love alone,
Appreciate you.
King. For sure.
All
Appreciate
right,
you,
Love.
brother.
Mumba. I
Yeah, man.
take it easy.
Appreciate you. Yes, I.
Yes.
So we have. I'm not sure if this was a question from Steve, but he mentioned from elementary. When did you know basketball was your sport? And he's like, we did everything back then.
I
So
I didn't in elementary. I didn't know basketball was my sport. Like I know I could touch the rim and I could like for people around me then they wasn't playing basketball, so I looked like I could play basketball around kids in elementary, but I was terrible. And then I didn't fall in love. I didn't fall in love with basketball until like my first like when I first went to Elaine, I get to play JV, and I start to see what basketball really looked like with Tyrone and other older players around me. Like I didn't like I could I bet Maki and all them could always play ball. Like I couldn't play no ball. I was just big, and I used to hate. Oh, you just big for nothing. I used to get tired of hearing that. So we had to change that real quick.
Yeah, got to, man. Got to change that real quick. Um, is there anything we didn't touch on, during your celebration, and we honoring you that you wanna touch on that we might have forgot or we didn't ask or anything?
No, like that when it and like wherever you guys do, I'm with. Like so, like if you that's on you. If you feel like you missed something, there's nothing there's not too much that I have to offer other than telling kids like communicate with your family and let them know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
That's if I have any message. Do anything you do in this life to the best of your ability. Don't cut yourself short by just doing enough to get by. If you're gonna do something, pour your all into it and communicate with your family and let them know what you feeling and how you feeling.
That's true, man. That's important. That's so important. That's important. I think your story is really going to open up a lot of people's eyes, and I think that you're someone that people from people from the Virgin Islands, if their kid is going to go abroad, to the United States and play, finish their career in high school, like what you did, you're someone that they should definitely reach out to because their kid might experience some of the same
Yeah,
stuff that you
yeah,
experience. It might
because
be
like
worse, it might be a little
it's
easier,
vicious.
but
Yeah, it's vicious, dude. It took a lot from me, Dread. It took a
yeah,
lot.
man. Yeah, it's crazy because I forgot. I want to say Karen. So I think it might have been Karen that asked the question, but like you went with you know, with a family, and I went to Iowa, but I didn't experience no type of racism or anything in Iowa, which is crazy, because they're in the Midwest,
Yeah, yeah,
but
they're neck and neck. Yeah,
yeah,
there's but like I went to the heart of Dixie. You understand? Like it was, yeah, it was yeehaw for sure. Like, and it was new to me. It was different. So like I've never dealt with that in my life. So I didn't know how to deal with it,
yeah,
and I didn't know anybody else who had.
yeah, that's true. That's tough. So your top five favorite Virgin Islands basketball players that you just you love their game, and then the top five NBA players that your favorite top five NBA players that you just love.
My top five Virgin Island players. Huh.
Uh, real,
Okay, Bulla.
real quick, Jomo. Sorry to interrupt you, but Sonny posed this, and he was in Indiana when he was going through what he was going through in Kentucky. So, you know, so I wanted to put that out there.
Man,
Like,
yeah. Listen, Sonny, if I knew you were there, bro, I'd have reached out to you. Trust me. I'd have reached out to you.
yeah, man. Big up, Bola, big up, King
Yeah,
Baka.
big up Bulla. Love Dread. You was one of the reasons. I just want you to know that, Dread. You was one of my reasons, Dread.
Yeah, man. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. It's sorry, I know I asked you the top five, but I wanted to try to say real quick because I was gonna say this earlier that it's amazing that we had Sunil on and we had like Basie on and stuff. We had Bulla on and some of those people like Bulla inspire you. Sunil, got helped you
Man,
out and teach you. So it's good that we honor them, but then we honoring you and we could hear you tell your story, how much they
man.
impacted you. So it's
Yeah,
it's it's
those
it's
three names
amazing.
alone. Those three names alone got like Bulla don't know. Like I never get to tell Bulla, but like when he asked me to play with Kennedy, like that do a lot for me, man. Cause with him, it was hit. It was Bulla. Cause we were on the arm. I remember exactly where we was. We were on the arm, the dock in down from Harborview on the beach.
Yeah.
And Bulla come up to me and asked me if I want to play with Kennedy, and that boosts my confidence, Dre. But I couldn't go against my home soil, and we still like Bulla. I think that end up winning. I think Bulla and them would end up winning the tournament then.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, definitely big up to them, man. Definitely big up. You know. So yeah, your top five. Sorry, man. Sorry, your top five.
That's a that's
VI
an
top
easy
five.
that's an easy top five. There's so much great players I've seen play, but for the ones I've seen play, Bulla, Tyrone, I go with Mac. Cause Mac was one of my favorite players. Zorro is one of my favorite players. And this is just my players. This ain't to say, and this ain't this is just people like I idolize and I always like watching play.
Yeah.
So we got Bulla, Tyrone, Mac, Zorro,
That's 4.
and man. You know what? I go with Tegan because like I used to love watching Tegan play when he was younger. Okay,
nice.
like I used to love his handles. Like he had handles from young. I used to love his handles. I never used to get into. He had this little hopping thing he used to do with his dribble. I steal that. Like I used to steal people's moves. Call me the copycat ball player, Dread.
That's all the great basketball players. That's what they do, man. You know.
Yeah, Dread. That was just borrowing moves.
Yeah, man.
That was borrowing moves, Dread.
So your top 5 Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Top 5 NBA.
Yeah.
Durant. Right now, top 5 right now. All time.
No, your personal favorite. It could be when you was growing up as a kid that you like. Your personal all-time favorite.
I'll put my Sean Kemp in there because
okay, nice.
Sean Kemp is the rain man, like
rain
Sean
man.
Kemp.
Yeah.
I'm a Knicks fan, so I'll put Patrick Ewing in there because I always love Patrick Ewing.
Nice,
I always love Patrick Ewing. Grant Hill.
Ooh.
Nobody don't ever talk about Grant Hill.
Boy was a beast, man.
MJ.
That's 4.
And listen, Mahmoud Raouf. Like a lot of people don't listen.
Yeah.
When I first saw him play, his name was Chris Jackson.
Yep. LSU.
But listen, when I see my man when he had this little neck thing.
Yeah, the twitch, yeah.
And then I saw he was an instant bucket. Yeah, he was one of my favorite players for sure.
Yeah.
They don't talk about him.
He was a beast in college, man. He was.
Listen, he was a monster. He was a monster. He was a monster. Walking bucket.
Yeah. He playing with Shaq kind of overshadow him, man. But man,
yeah, he was a walking bucket.
Yeah,
he was a walking bucket.
Yeah. Tegan put him in his top 5 too, if I'm not mistaken. Tegan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like he was a stone cold baller.
Yeah, man. That's a good 5. That's a nice 5, man. That's a nice 5. Man, so hey, we pretty much coming to the end, man, Jomo. You know, is anybody you want to give shout outs to that had an impact in your life? I know you mentioned a lot of people earlier, but is anybody that come to mind?
There's a lot. There's a lot. There's so much more people. Like I just leave it like this. Like if I ever met you in this life, you had an impact on my life. And thank you for everything. Like anybody, like on the court, Bugsy, for sure. You, for sure, Bugsy. Like you always show me love. Koof. You always show me love. You always come and take me to the court, get me to play ball. Like, there's so much people I want to say thank you to, but thank you, man. Like, thank you for having this podcast.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Man. Y'all doing us some good. Like y'all doing the VI some good. Like the athletes that we forget about, the athletes that kids don't get to hear about or see, like y'all keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Means a lot, brother.
Man, this like I have never been like I was so nervous. Like I ain't never been this nervous in a long time because like even when these people from Kentucky try to get me to come out there, I was like, I don't want to do that. And then you asked me, and I was like, what? Yeah, like this to be recognized by the people I grew up around and the people I care about mean more to me than people who really didn't care about me. They like Jomo the athlete, but they don't like Jomo the person. So like I didn't really care about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right about that. You know, the viewers, man, they they help us out a lot because I don't know all the athletes, so they'll definitely help us out a lot, man. They'll throw the names them, and then when they tell this story, we hear names and then we remember. So it's definitely we are one big family, man. We help each other out. And that's how it should be, man. And we're just trying to keep the the VI history, man, in sports alive, so the next generation and the generation after next, could know.
For sure, man.
So because moving forward in life, if you don't know if you don't know no history, man, you can't really move forward, man. You got to know your
You
history.
can't move forward if you don't know your history.
Yeah,
Can't grow. Like you'll be
man.
stuck in one spot.
Yeah, you be stuck in one spot. You're right, man. You're right. So, a big up, shout out. I appreciate all the viewers as always, man. I appreciate you guys coming out, asking questions, supporting Jomo, on his episode. Us honoring and celebrating him. I saw a lot of new names and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys coming out. Make sure you guys go to YouTube and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe because it'll give a lot of opportunities to a lot of different people because more eyes will be watching. So it'll definitely help the Virgin Islands out as a whole because we are a small island, so we
Yeah.
definitely got to stick together. We definitely got to stick together and help each other out. So
Yeah,
viewers, I
like a drop
appreciate
in
you
the
guys.
water for sure.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So viewers, I appreciate you guys asking all the question, man. Much love to all the viewers and everybody, man. Jomo, who is somebody you would like to see us honor and celebrate on the podcast?
Man, so what we keep talking about Terry. Let me get Terry. Terry been out here yet?
Nah, we haven't got
We could
Terry
get
out.
Terry out here. Iceman been out here yet?
Nope, we gotta try to get Iceman.
Listen, man. Like I just don't ask me. 'Cause I'm gonna start spitting up people's names because like there's so much people I respect like that
Yeah.
play ball, Dread. Like I would love to see anybody that ever played ball on here because like everybody have a story and everybody have something they could share.
That's true. That's true. That's so true, man. I learned so much, man. I learned so much from each individual, man. It actually makes me a better human being, hearing everybody's
Yeah,
story.
it'll round you out. It'll round you out.
It'll round you out. Yeah, man. It really round you out, man. So like your story, man, that's something that will always stick for me for the rest of my life, So even like if I know a kid that's going through adversity, or even if my own son experiencing something that I didn't experience, but you experience it, me listening to your story, I know how I can approach him.
You could,
Just
yeah,
because,
how you can approach it for sure.
Yeah, man.
And that's
So
all. Like that's all I wanted to get. My point. That's all I really wanted to get across. Like communication, like and just letting your kid know like it's okay to be hurt and to be soft and to be weak is okay. Like you're human. That's what we gotta learn. It's okay to be that way. You don't have to be strong all the time.
That's true. You're absolutely 100% correct. And that's how I was as a kid growing up. I always wanted to be that way. But like you said, man, it's okay. And you're right, man. You're so absolutely right, man. So honestly, man, my brother, man, I love you, man. I learned so much from your story,
Mumba,
man.
love
so
Mumba,
much, man.
for sure.
Yeah, man. And big ups, honestly, man, big ups to Sonil because, he took you under his wing. He's young and at a young age and that's so important, as growing up, man. It's like, when somebody that young takes you under their wing and help you out, and that's what we need. We need as a society.
Basic too, because Basic teach me my first post move. And Basic is a god, and he teach me my first post move. I'd never forget you for that, Basic.
Yeah, Basic, much love to Basic too, man. And we had them on, like I said earlier, so much love to them, man, and everybody else as well too. Any names we forgot, man. So, everybody be safe. Everybody have a good night. I appreciate you guys. Real quick, I wasn't probably going to do a show Wednesday, but I probably will do a show Wednesday, and it's going to be the number 50, and then we're going to take the rest of the week off for Thanksgiving.
For sure.
Probably come back the following Wednesday. Most likely come back the following. Well, probably not come back the following Wednesday because my son playing basketball and stuff, so I got to switch on my schedule. So, but
okay,
viewers, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna post stuff and everything to keep you guys in touch with everything. Anybody that have any names, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, put it in the group, or put in message me, etc. But I appreciate your support, you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting Jomo, man. And Jomo, shout out to your family, your sister, your mother, your daughter, your son, everybody, man. All your loved ones, them support. Much love to them too as well.
Thank you, Jed. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Much love to you, man. Thank you for this. Thank you for the opportunity because this is a great opportunity for anybody to get their point across and get stuff off their chest. I needed to get it off my chest. I feel a little lighter now. For sure.
Man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. So everybody, man, everybody have a good night. Everybody be safe. Everybody have a safe Thanksgiving holiday week was coming up. So much love to everybody. Good night. Love to
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everybody. Love and strength.